All right. It wouldn't be 100% live and probably the biggest show of our lifetime. It had a nice hiccup. So we're going to cut off St. Ricketts. Wow, holy smokes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This Tuesday night, we are 100% live for another episode of The You Show.
You.
You. I am Jeff the Shark Parini. Couldn't be more nervous in a billion years. With me, as always, she is the co-hostess with the mostest. She is the sister from another mister. She is the absolutely positively most beautiful face in podcasting, webcasting, broadcasting, body casting. Cast of characters, I'm running out of names. The lady who gets hit on by the latest band members the last couple of weeks, the only one and only Miss Jewel, rock star girlfriend Katie. Jewel, good evening.
Oh my. Too much. How are we doing tonight, Jeff?
We are beside ourselves with absolute delight. And, real quick, not to dwell before we, get to it, but, people talk about why you do it and how you do it. And, me and Jewel get out there, we grind, we act like ourselves, we put on ourselves. And then people are like, hey, you know what? Check out this band, check out this band. And then it starts to grow, and then you get big names like, hey, how about us? And then we freak the hell out. But tonight's one of those nights, Jewel. We've waited for it for weeks. We've been counting it down. We've been talking about it over and over again. It's here tonight, our very special guest. Make sure I don't blow the picture here because I can't find where I left it. Anyway, tonight, it is one of the absolute hottest bands on the planet, the amazing Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Woo! Holy smokes, Jewel. A band currently doing a lot of damage on the West Coast, and by damage, I mean it in the best way. Party band going out kicking ass in live shows. They do smash ups of some of those popular hits out there today, and absolutely love it. David Ziegler in the house. Thanks, brother. We appreciate it. Death Becomes Her. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. My man James Cox from When Words Fail, Music Speaks. Welcome. It is the HGNM Smash Up Radio. I'm not too nervous about all the people tuning in, checking us out tonight.
Swarms are coming.
Jewel, say something so I can catch my breath.
I know. Everyone is flooding in. Welcome all. This is where it goes down every Tuesday night. And man, has it been a crazy, wild, insane summer. And just finishing off with these guys, it's incredible. I'm so excited. And we have to get to one of these shows. I don't care if we have to take a trip. Like, let's go to one soon.
I agree. And the amazing Rachel Bello, part of this great band, former Philly girl, made her way out west, is now part of this band. We're checking to be your house. You're going to let us stay at your house, and we're going to check out one of these great shows because the band is super cool. It is so different. It's all these members, and they are all on stage, and they all take turns singing, and they got the instruments rolling. And it was kind of a brainchild of Travis Haley, formerly of Steel Panther, and Dave Aragon, Diggity Dave, of course, from MTV's Pimp My Ride. And they came together, and they brought together these awesome musicians. It is... I can't stay behaved on it. It's cool as shit. It's one of the coolest ideas, and they're styling, and it's awesome. We're going to talk to them tonight, and they're going to give us the rundown of, how they come up with all of it. And unfortunately, as you know, the lovely land of Facebook won't let us play any music. God forbid. But, there's plenty of places to check it out. I did indeed steal your shirt. It is Slipknot night. I had on a couple shirts, and then I was testing this little beer thing that we'll check out in a second, and I made a huge mess on like 3 different shirts.
I really can't see. I thought it said you stole my heart. I'm like, what is
that? Cassie Parini is indeed in the house. Good evening, Cassie. I'm like, make sure you watch tonight. She is watching. She is out to eat with her sister over at On the Border. I'm jealous. I would love some Mexican right now, but you know what? If I had a choice, Mexican food or Hollywood Gods and Monsters, I'd be right here. David Ziegler, thank you. Killing. We're dying. It's hot in here too. It's hot. I had a long sleeve shirt on. It's hot in here. All right, so top 5 list. Did you get my message? Did you get a top 5 list together?
Look how long. Like my top 5 is an entire page.
I stole his heart too. My
Yes,
man. I love you, JD Wolf. We love you, bro. All right, so tonight's top 5 list kind of in honor of our band, Hollywood Gods and Monsters, because they do the awesome songs and they mash them up. I can't even find my top. There it is. Top 5 cover songs, remakes, etc. Other bands paying homage to some great songs, and my list kicks ass. And number 5, it's Primus with "Have a Cigar." Great, great rendition of the Pink Floyd song "Have a Cigar" by the band Primus. Number 4, one of my favorite all-time remakes, "Personal Jesus" by Mr. Marilyn Manson. That's a goodie because I love Personal Jesus.
Yeah, I prefer that over the original.
HCNM, our personal friends, badass, and the show as well in person. Can't wait. So we got to get out there, Jewel. And like, people are already flooding in. Like, we haven't had this kind of action since Brianna Dale. Like, we get great feedback live. We get even better feedback recorded. Like afterwards, people watch it after. But man, so far tonight, a lot of people chiming in. We love it. Number 3, I know everybody's going to laugh. "Nothing Compares to You" by Sinead O'Connor, the great Prince song. And I think as great as Prince was, Sinead O'Connor actually clobbered it in a great way. She really did it justice. Made it a terrific
great
song.
one.
Thank you. She made it a great hit, dude. I couldn't believe it. Number 2, I love this song, "Higher Ground" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Stevie Wonder classic. Yeah, great one. Love that. And number 1, Jewel, again, no surprise on the band, no surprise on the remake, "Live and Let Die," Guns and or Roses.
Damn.
My number 1. Kill her live. You guys are killing me because I'm going to see them live. Jewel Tatey, "The Pressure Is On" to beat me tonight in top 5.
3. I just want to get my numbers right. 2, 1. Okay. Number 5. Thank You. Chris Cornell. By Led Zeppelin. You never.
Oh, that's a goodie. I never even heard him do that. That's
Oh.
It's a great
only
song, too.
Well, you have to get it on YouTube because they don't have it on any of the streaming. Watch it on YouTube. Oh my God, it's amazing, amazing. Number 4. Oh, I want it. Okay, so "Men Who Sold the World," and I was so torn because obviously I know.
A great one.
No, I love Nirvana, but this girl, Jordan Sanga, she was on like The Voice. I don't even know what singing show it was, but she did a version of it. She's so cool. I love this chick.
Wow.
I'm so sad she doesn't sing anymore. Now she has like a restaurant in New York, but man, Jordan Sanga, "Man Who Sold the World," YouTube it. It's phenomenal. She really
Ryan Ridley gave us "Cowboy Junkies" with "Sweet Jane." That's not a bad one.
Oh,
that's a good one.
I love that song. Number 3. Damn, I was really torn between this one too because "Wicked Game" or "Creep" because Tori Amos does a great version of both. I love Tori Amos's "Creep." She's just at a piano and she's just like lets it all go. It's amazing if you haven't watched
like
it.
the most.
So many people do "Creep," but
I don't want to be rude, but she's like the most unattractive, sexy person ever. Something
I
about her.
love her.
Amos.
She has like power. Like she has such a presence.
It's a stigmata, I think, is the word. Yeah.
I don't know.
Stigmata. It's my word of the night. Number 2.
All right, number 2. It was written by Burt Bacharach, and when Adele first came out, she did a version of this song. But the Beatles did it, the Shirelles did it, but Smith, I think, crushed it. It's in my favorite movie of all time, probably Death Proof, "Baby It's You" by Smith, but written by Mr. Burt Bacharach. And number 1, a classic, but really got me loving this chick. I don't want anyone to talk crap because I really love her. I think she's an amazing songwriter. But "Blue Velvet," Lana Del Rey by Bobby Vinton. Love that song. And when I heard that, I'm like, damn, who is this chick?
We did our thing. We ran full circle because you, of course, had Lana in there, and I, of course, had Guns N' Roses in there.
Yeah.
But so a great top 5, and I enjoyed it. Kind of like a little bit of honor to Hollywood Gods and Monsters who'll be here.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Right. It's
Man.
My God. Top 5 cover songs or remakes. And number 5, "Have a Cigar" by Primus, the Pink Floyd classic. Number 4, Depeche Mode's "Personal Jesus" by Marilyn Manson. Number 3, Prince's "Nothing Compares to You" by Sinead O'Connor. Number 2, Stevie Wonder classic "Higher Ground" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And number 1, "Live and Let Die," Guns and or Roses. Jewel Tatey came back with "Thank You," which I didn't even know was a cover. Great song.
Oh my God, watch that like immediately.
I will. I definitely will if I don't faint beforehand. Can't stand Pink Floyd, Evan Horn. Thank you very much. One of the most legendary bands of our time. Number 4, Man Who Stole the World. Number 3, Creep by my strange attracting Tori Amos. Number 2, Baby It's You. And number 1, Blue Velvet by one and only Miss Lana Del Rey. Jewel, great list, great top 5. We're anticipating our guest arrival at 8:30. I've got to do this ridiculous thing. And everybody said, you're not going to do it. I am going to do it, Jewel. Last night, this fella at a New York Yankees game took a hot dog.
Ew, I saw this. Like,
and
do not.
he hones it out cleanly and turns it into a straw, which he uses to drink his beer. Here's the problem. I guess hot dogs are big today because of this stunt. So I went to Wawa and I was stuck with the quarter pounder. It might be a little too big. It's also going to be very embarrassing watching me do it. Yeah, but that's why I'm wearing a Slipknot shirt to prove I'm still cool after trying this god-awful stunt. And
do you think he knew he was on camera? Like, do you think
people... He had to have.
Because he's in the aisle, right? And he's clearly messing with something. Like, I don't know.
Dude, he hones that shit out with a straw. Yeah, J.D. Wolf, it's happening. Big word. I forgot my big word. Damn it.
You're going to get sick tonight. I'm calling it. Calling it early.
We're drinking beer with a hot dog. Now, tell me if this goes down at all. I can't even imagine this really working, but...
Ew, I don't want to hear the noise. Help me.
Ew.
I got choke on that. Oh.
I'll tell you what.
It's disgusting. Not bad. I hear everything.
Ladies, please try this at home.
Oh my God. That's so gross.
It's actually not bad. It's actually a very nice
the horror. Yeah.
How do you think I feel? This is in like social media world forever.
So wait, is that beef or pork or Stop it.
It takes a while to get up there, but it's pretty good. Now here's the best part. Take a bite.
Oh my God.
Not bad.
You need to mute yourself.
The noise really is bad, I know. We get away from the microphone.
And what kind of beer? Because you always have flavored beer. It's always like a weird IPA or something.
Oh, it is too. It's
Broken
Symmetry's Nimbus. So it's like a hazy
flavor.
IPA. Man, it goes good with hot dog. But Jewel.
You say that now.
I ain't going to be saying it later. Since we have a special guest, and since I'm trying to show off a little bit tonight for the special guest, in case your hot dog gets cold, not a problem. We got a brand new torch to heat that bad boy right up. Look at that. Like a campfire. Nice hot dog. Oh, nice and torched up.
Don't hurt yourself. Oh my God.
Oh God. It's disgusting. We're losing viewers. My apologies.
You should give it to the dogs. Not with the beer, though.
I wouldn't even give this to dogs. Oh my God, that was gross. It was good though I torched it. It made it disgusting. But, so if you're new to the show, if you're here to see Hollywood Gods and Monsters, who the fuck knows, dude? If you're here to see them, you're new to us. What we do is we do the show every Tuesday night. Jewel and I get here. We have great guests, musicians, actors, authors, etc. And we always just act like this is how we'd be on the street if we ran into these people. And yeah, well, sans the hot dog drinking.
Sucking on hot dogs, chilling on the street.
You can see the hot dog grease selling on the top of the beer. That's pretty raunchy. But we've been doing it for 5 years. This is episode 210. And it's huge tonight. This is so big. Like I said, Rachel had been doing the show for a while. Evan Horn said, stop him getting sick. This is pretty disgusting. Ryan Ridgely said, figure you would swallow. Thanks, bro. No, I spit, dude. I spit it right back. J.D. Wolf said even he's nervous. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, dude. I can't even contain myself. But
I'm excited. Let's party.
Yeah, so like through Rachel and Rosie, who does PR work for them, they're like, hey, how about Hollywood Gods and Monsters. At first, I'm like, okay, I'm checking for the spam. I'm having this account scanned by Facebook to make sure I'm not being lied to, but no, legit. And last week was awesome too. We forgot to thank the guys from Mojo Moji. They're dudes from Collective Soul, Scott Weiland's band, and they got a few new musicians, Kansas City guys. They were super cool. So, excuse me. Sorry,
Oh,
that hot dog boy's kicking in already. I got news for everybody out there who, how I say, didn't want to give Yo Show the time. We're coming. We're moving up. We're getting hundreds of views, thousands of views. We have been doing 2.0 on Wednesday nights. Jewel, no 2.0 tomorrow night. And you need to try and come up to this. Gleason's Restaurant up here in Levittown. Gleason's Bar and Restaurant has a very super special guest bartender tomorrow night. Miss Cassie Perini will be at Gleason's. Serving up some beers and some cheesesteaks. It's a great charity. Our friend Angela Lestracco started this in Gleason's on Wednesday nights as guest bartenders, and they come in all their tips go to a great donation, a family that lost everything in this fire. So all the tip money goes out. So come on out to Gleason's, Fairless Hills. Look it up. Come check out my wife. Yes, I did say that out loud. Men, come check out my wife. And
that's amazing. Is there a GoFundMe or anything for people who can't make it?
There actually is not, and I'll see maybe if there is one, because it's definitely a great cause. I'll be there tomorrow night eating cheesesteaks and slinging and all that. Rewatched, very good. Thank you. Mojo Moji was excellent. Hey Dimitri, what's up, Dimitri? Wherever you are, get out here. So Hollywood Gods and Monsters has a big announcement for us tonight too, Jewel. Something new going on with them. So we'll get into that. We'll talk a little bit about the tour, talk about how this band got together. And more or less, I think me and Joe are going to sit here and let them take over because there's so many of them, and they're pretty strong personalities. I mean that in a great way. Definitely a cool group. And like I said, the fans are pouring in and out and dropping messages and all that. Just excited to see them.
Yes, we love having bands on. And the past couple of bands have just went off and just, busted each other's chops and everything and just told
Right.
story after story. And we just sit back and enjoy. It's great.
I agree. Like, I want to bring it up again because I just love it. Hang on. I don't know why. I got my pictures all out of order. I'm so out of order tonight. I was late getting out of work. I mean, just like look at that. Like, who wouldn't want to go see this band on a regular basis? It's like the coolest bunch I've ever seen. And they're coming here to talk to stupid me and beautiful Jewel. Everybody loves Jewel.
Live in a very old house. These walls are creaking.
I hear you.
It's getting to be spooky time.
It is getting spooky time. It's almost time for Gods and Monsters. Around 8:30.
I keep singing because Lana has a song called Gods and Monsters, but Jessica Lange does a great version of it on American Horror Story.
Oh, Rachel won't curse. Is this Dad? The same one I told her about the skirts. And
I saw the last episode, and she threw a little curse, not a big one.
She can't wear short skirts, so her butt can't hang out, and she's not allowed to curse.
She's a good girl.
She is a good girl. She's a lovely girl. It is Heather, in case you can't tell, David. Yeah, I'll play. I'll mix it up. I'll get you guys talking. Good evening, Kelly Nathanson. Thank you for tuning in to the Yo Show. Like I said, man, if you like what you hear and see, tune in every Tuesday night. We do it right here, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, live Tuesday nights. The website is www.theyoshow215.com. So we just like to blow it up, man. Like, we're not Rogan making huge cash, but we get better guests.
It seems everyone has a podcast nowadays.
A lot of people do. And what pisses me off, we talked about this before, what pisses me off is like when these big time celebrities get podcasts, like, hey.
Yeah, I just saw Snooki has a new podcast, and she had a budget of like $4 million to put her little studio together. I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
The things I could do.
Right? I'm sitting here in front of like $10,000 worth of Funko Pops, and Snooki gets $4 million.
But it was pretty cool. Her first guest was Jerry Springer, so it was funny.
That sucks.
They got wasted.
Yeah, I can imagine. See, like, we've done that in the past. Jewel and I have gotten wasted. We've learned the error of our ways. And it kind of started that night with Brianna Dale. Now, Brianna Dale, to date, is our most watched guest. And I think she grew to hate us since that night because she doesn't return my emails anymore. I get it. But I was drunk off my rear and a little stoned, and Jewel got drunk, and we got Brianna drunk.
Isn't that bad?
Bad. I was bad. You may not have been bad.
You were bad.
I was a disaster.
I remember what you did. I'm just kidding.
Uh-oh. Because, like, I like listening to regular people podcasts also. And speaking of which,
yeah, the regular people.
Hi from Spain. Are you freaking kidding me? Spain, God damn it. Marcelo
Oh.
Drummer, all the way from Spain. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. So I got to share this real quick, Jewel, and I sent you a text. You haven't gotten me back to me, but I'd love to do this if we can.
What?
September 30th is National Podcast Day.
Oh,
And we got
I did
invited.
get back to you.
You did? Okay, so we're in.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so we got invited by the awesome Mr. Jeff Revilla, who does those great quiz shows on here. I think this is tonight, and I asked him to come join us.
Oh, I want to be on a trivia show.
Dude,
That's
it's
what I need.
so cool. It is
I'm
great.
full of useless information.
Terry V, good evening. So he's hosting this full night of podcasts, a full day and night of podcasts to celebrate it. So there's going to be a lot of great independent podcasters. If you never checked it out, check it out. It's going to be really cool. You get to meet and learn some new people, new shows. We're going to be in there. I asked him, Joel, for like a 7 to 8 o'clock time slot. This way we get a little prime time and we can get our workday done and come back and make stuff happen. Thank you for joining indeed, and thank you, Rosie, for your hard work. You've been amazing through all of it. Rosie is terrific. I absolutely love her. She's been cool through all this. The whole band has been cool sharing it. Dave has been awesome, and Rachel and Chris and just everybody. My sister-in-law, Brianna Trunzo, in the house. Brianna, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. The lovely Miss Brianna Trunzo. We love you. We hope you guys are having a great time, and I appreciate you checking the show out. If you can't tell, I'm babbling because I'm nervous. I'm not even letting Jewel get a word in edgewise. Jewel, say something.
That's
You got
fine.
5
No.
minutes and some change to just run off a monologue.
Just enjoying watching you squirm.
I am squirming. There is no doubt about it. The lovely Miss Christine Anderson in the house. Hello, Christine. Another former Philly girl who made her way out to Arizona. Nobody loves us anymore out here. I get it. But she's also cool. Good friends of Rosie's. Kind of helped put all this together.
I would like
Steve,
to
yeah,
live
go ahead.
half of the year on each coast. I feel like that could be.
That would be
Be
pretty
doable.
cool.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. You know, StreamYard, I begged them to fix the Facebook comments for tonight, and they didn't. They suck. Thank you. So my buddy Steve Giordano said, thankfully I missed the first 20 minutes and was spared. Now you basically missed your longtime buddy.
You were spared. I
Drink
had
the
it
beer.
right in the ear hole. It
You
was
got an ear
terrifying.
hole. Yeah. I was going to say something gross. You got an ear hole. I'm getting
What's
to have
that
another
phobia
hole later on.
when you have a fear of noises? Miso.
Miso. Miso soup? Mesothelioma?
Don't. Never
I
mind.
don't know. Don't.
Mesothelioma. Oh
It's
my.
actually pretty cool how people are like conversing with each other inside here. Are we that bad? No, it's good. It's all fun here. We love it. We love people to come in. We love people to comment and chat. If you are watching on Facebook, unfortunately, we still can't get your comments up here. So
Go to
yeah.
YouTube. Like
go
and
to YouTube, man.
subscribe.
We love YouTube. Hollywood Guns and Monsters.
Guns and Monsters.
Hollywood Gods and Monsters. I say Guns and Monsters, didn't I?
In
Got
the
Guns and Roses in the head.
land.
God damn it.
Gods and monsters.
So Ryan Ridges said Metallica covering the Misfits' Last Caress, and then Sex Pistols covering My Way by Frank Sinatra. Yeah, you know.
There's so many good ones. Like there's so many honorable mentions. What was I gonna say? Season
There
of
was-
the Witch.
There was, I gotta tell you, I think the hot dog added to the buzz.
Yeah, you're really drawing the viewers, man.
I know, right? No more hot dog. It's over. Just drink beer, wear my Slipknot shirt. The viewers come for Jewel, and like I said last week, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody from Mojo Moji, but the drummer from Collective Soul was sitting on Jewel. Yeah, he was. And Whole Damn Mess was doing it, and they do it, man. They
Yeah,
come for the mouth.
I was a little flustered last week.
Right? They come for the mouth. They stay for the face.
Oh, jeez.
That.
We stay for the banter and our great
Oh,
interviews.
well, that too, because we always get great guests. So they come for the mouth, stay for the face, enjoy the interviews. That should be our tagline.
No,
No, it shouldn't. Absolutely should not. Because the word "come" in any sentence just doesn't belong. Last week I told Jewel to lick it as we got off the air. Yeah, I'm falling apart at the seams here. See what this is doing to me?
It's like it, lick it.
Lick it, lick. Not even like doing a lick motion. So
Terrible.
right now, Hollywood Gods and Monsters are listening. Probably figured, yeah, let's not do it. These guys, that guy, he's too much. We're psyched, Rosie. We really are. And we take a breath. We got topics to do later after this awesome band. We'd love to do music, but I tell you what, man, Facebook has really been cracking down on music. Even stuff owned by independents, they give us that little warning. So
Yeah, even our theme song, they're starting to cut it off. Like, no, we have
Right.
permission.
well, my internet's also been cutting it off. I don't know what's happening there. It's very weird. Let's go. I'm ready. Relax back there. You got 2 minutes of my time still. I'm a mess. So I'm really not sure how it's going to play out, how many members are going to be here. If they're all going to be here. They're all going to be using the same camera. I'm not really sure. I was told they're going to be on a tour bus, and that's super cool. So I always want to be on a tour bus. Anybody's. Even if it's Hanson, I'd get on. Well, probably not Hanson.
Yeah, I was never a Hanson fan.
Yeah, I'm not going to go from sucking on weenies to talking about getting on Hanson's tour bus. It does not make for good programming. Not
But
at
you
all.
did.
But I did. Yeah, of
That
course I
thought
did.
popped in your head, and you're like, I'd love to be on Hanson's bus.
Sucking on weenies. Falling apart. So the setup is backstage. I don't know if the band will pop on, and I'll bring them on. But Hollywood Gods and Monsters will be here very
I
shortly.
love their logo. Their logo
So do
is
I.
awesome.
It's super cool.
We need some merch.
I thought I had it. I was going to order a shirt, but I didn't get it in time. That is the logo. Look at that thing, man. That is super cool. Of course, I had to sneak in the LA shirt on there. Yeah, I know.
It's my lap. It's great.
Hollywood Gods and Monsters since 2021. Very cool. It's super cool. It's just great stuff, and I love it. And they're ready to go. Oh God! Deep breath, everybody. It is sick, isn't it? It's very cool. All right, so they gave me a little message in the private chat that said they're ready to go. They're all lined up here, Jewel. I've never been more nervous in my entire life. Ladies and gentlemen, unless you're living under a rock, you've heard of some of these great names and are familiar with the great songs that they smash up and make their own. It is a tremendous band. They are red hot right now, coming out of the West Coast. And we are thrilled to have them here. So thrilled. I'm probably going to walk away and let Jewel handle the rest of the interview so my nerves can calm down. But let's give it up for Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Holy shit!
Wow. I got it.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going great. We're going to have a little echo, I guess, but we'll work through that. But I'm just happy to have you guys here. When we're told that this could go down, we were super stoked, super excited, and I'm still super nervous. So how's everybody doing out there?
We're doing
Great.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So everybody take a second, introduce yourselves as maybe new to you and fans out there.
Okay. So yeah, you just introduce ourselves. Is that what you want to do? And we do have a little bit of feedback, Jeff. So we'll, like you said, we'll try to work through that.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm Diggity Dave. I'm one of the lead singers of Hollywood Gods and Monsters.
I'm Devin. I'm one of the lead singers of the band.
I'm Kelly Ayers with the band calls me Hype, lead singer of the band.
Right, guitars, lead vocals.
Ladies first.
I'm Rachel, but Jeff, you know that. And I play rhythm guitar.
Cool.
And I'm Bones. I'm the new guy.
Big announcement.
That is the big announcement. So
Smasher, the Midnight Smasher.
And obviously, this is one of my members, Travis Haley, our boy Travis, who literally just got back in the States from Poland, just had a baby. So they have a baby girl, brand new, and they just got back yesterday. So he was unable to join us, obviously, but he's here in spirit.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And congratulations to Travis and the missus, and be back soon to make this band even better. You guys are absolutely incredible. I love the smash up. I love the idea behind it. Who came up with the concept, and how did this all come together?
Well, the concept's been around forever, man. I mean, there was a DJ in England who kind of started doing mashups. This was like in the early 1990s. And he was just kind of the first person to actually start mashing stuff up. And me and Tommy Lee actually had an opportunity to meet him. We were in England and we met him through Boy George. And this is doing this crazy stuff that later on became this kind of signature sound. And me and Tommy were like, man, we should go back to the States and like do something with that. And we tried to put together something for years, but our schedules were always like so demanding that we couldn't really get anything off the ground. And then finally, I just decided like, start doing it. So we started finding out, finding some of the greatest, DJ loops and mashups that were already created, and decided to start putting our own twist on it. And trying to pull it off musically was a challenge because it's never been done before in a live setting. And they kind of set out to find the musicians that I thought were comparable to be able to, to forge ahead and have the mindset, the talent, the scope to see beyond just like, we're a band that's going to make music, to be paying an honest tribute and homage to these great artists and these great songs that we all kind of grew up with through generations.
Amazing.
And you guys are an American jukebox. And your songs are familiar, but you do have your own twist on everything. And how do you bring that across? Because your energy live, just on video, is amazing. So I know that must feel so exciting in person. How do you put your own twist on songs that are classics?
Well, we started out going, how are we going to make this work? We want to add these songs together. He just began playing around with them in the studio and just slowly just started combining them together, finding their lanes, how they would work, and just trial and error, just a lot of work, and just started doing it. And then we got in the studio, and what we would do is we would, segregate each part, and then we would all learn our lane, the drum, the guitar, the bass, the singing part, everything. And basically we just stand on our lane and we do what we said. He said, you do this, and we do that. And then we don't worry about anybody else doing. Otherwise, we probably So we just stand on our lane, do what we said, and it's just magic. It all comes together. We're like, holy shit, that's amazing.
And just to add on that, elaborate a little bit more what you're saying is, it was one of the most intricate parts and the delicate thing that we had to go through, guys, in order to get this off the ground was finding the right rapper who could fit this genre, who could pay, because that is a genre of music that you have to be so true to, because the people in that demographic look at these iconic rappers and just you can't fuck that up. You have to have the right person, and we just got so lucky to find the right guy. And it was immediately like he's the first person to come on board with V7 and Bride. And when we met Ike, we just knew that this guy was a prodigy and an anomaly. And we were just so grateful to have the band. And I'll allow him to speak a little bit more about him coming into this, not knowing rock at all. He knows a little bit of that kind of music, but never being in a band that's specifically a rock. And we consider ourselves a dance band. So I'll let him elaborate.
Yeah, so it definitely was a culture shock, coming into the rock thing. I hadn't been doing like R&B and hip hop, and that's kind of all I knew, what I grew up on. So like coming around and meeting some rock guys was a whole new twist. But it's one of the big, you know what I'm saying? Because he got a flavor from Texas music, like he'll get on some Hall and Oates and be like, yo, this is OG stuff right here, you know what I'm saying? Like being able to group, you know what I mean?
Nobody better be hitting Hall and Oates.
No, man. The words is like nothing. You feel me? Everything. So that was definitely a blessing and culture shock, but it was great, and I think it was a perfect time coming out of the pandemic to kind of like put a spin on new music and kind of give the world something new that they had never seen before.
And now I have to ask, have you found any hip hop songs that would go perfect with some riffs, or have you just heard a riff and thought of like a 2-bop song that went along with that? Like, Has that connection happened yet?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, all the time we discussing ideas. You know, I had a solo lane going on before I got in the band, so we discussed ideas. I'll take some of my original music, put it instead. We talk about Tupac, we talk about some Biggie. I just heard a new mashup of theirs. I'm not gonna tell y'all what it's on because it's popping. But I got going, and that's gonna be crazy to do. You know, so we decided to do it. So yes, we always coming up with new fresh ideas and always trying to figure out what's the best way we can collaborate and bring on new music and new artists.
But it's also critical that we always sit on stage with not prejudiced against any kind of music. We want to pull every single genre of music and the fans into this band. So we do a lot of country, we're implementing more country. What we're really doing right now is saturating ourselves with a lot of EDM stuff. So once again, we have rock elements to us. We all go that division, but we are definitely consider ourselves a dance band. Without making it sound like a dance band, what the fuck is that? This is because you come to and you can't help but believe they're 20 pounds lighter than you can't see us because all you do is dance your ass off. So, to answer your question, yeah, we're constantly feeding off each other's backgrounds. Hype is the lanes he runs. He's also an incredible singer, not just a rapper. So, he sees a lot of the real hard stuff, and that's hard to sing. He's a very accomplished singer. So, he'll bring a lot of stuff to me that I'm already aware of. I listen to everything, and he'll be like, I think this will go good with this. Both just literally 10 minutes ago saying that there's a sexist song that I think would smash beautifully with who was it?
Poison.
With Poison. So and we've got to raise your stuff in that. But we do have a lot of input with the band where everybody has to like the country stuff came from Brian. Let him speak a little bit more to that. We didn't have any country music in our set until Brian came and said, that's pretty much all I'm doing right now is country. Me and Brian were in a band together decades ago with Tommy Thayer, who was the guitar player of Kiss, and we were signing over those records, and we were a punk, heavy kind of punk metal band, and we kind of broke apart and didn't see each other for a lot of years, and finally when I came back into Brian's life, he's like, yeah, you're all yours country now. And I was like, get the fuck out of here, country, even when then he's like, but we're having conversations. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, 10 years. He's like, you know what country? I'm like, oh, that's literally all I listen to.
Yeah. I get it in his car, man. You got such a good blur. Yeah.
So that is a little bit more about how you guys introduce to this.
I've been doing playing acoustically for years now. I just started listening to music. I don't know if it's because I'm in Arizona or what. But I really appreciate a lot of artists and the storytelling that they do playing country music. I really thought I found my niche there. And so get this band together and do mashups with country and stuff, it was just a no-brainer. So.
And he's got him all in the country now.
What kind of country are we talking here? It's like old country, new country?
Yeah, what kind of country? Is like the newer stuff or the old school country?
It's new and old school, you know what I'm saying? Because it's coming from me, you gotta tap the old school too, you know what I'm saying? I've been listening to Willie Nelson, I've been listening to Mr. Bojangles, you know what I'm saying?
Mr.
Range DK, you feel me? Maybe next time I give y'all a little taste of some country we doing.
Yeah.
And we're also getting into just more I don't call hot music, that kind of My Chemical Romance, all that kind of stuff. But Grace just brought in because she's 12 or 13.
Thank you.
She brought in this whole awakening in the band, kind of like this spirit into us. So it's just a great thing to be involved in because there's no ceiling, no cap of what this band can do because we are about to take on every kind of genre of music out there. And we encourage people to hit our website And if you have, songs you'd like to hear put together, smashed together, we're humbled to take your advice. If you think that's something that you'd like to see us do. So yeah, definitely it's very encouraging to be involved in something that really has no barriers. There's no place you can't go as a band.
It's exciting, and everybody seems like they're having such a blast. Is it always this fun, or is there a lot of work involved too behind the scenes? Because it always looks like you guys are having just a great time.
Yeah,
Well, it's not fun. No, it's definitely hard work. I mean, you know this stuff, but as soon as I came here, I was basically with you for like a week straight, just day and day practicing, learning songs, and then right to band rehearsal, learn songs. I mean, it's always fun, but when you have 4 songs that you have to learn and make one song, it's really it's stressful. It's challenging and it's fun and it's rewarding, but you really have to sit down and make because you're also like when I'm playing, these guitar parts or some bass lines and I have to fill in for trap, like they're all people I look up to, and you really want to make sure you're doing it justice to, which is very, very stressful. So that's probably the most stressful part of it, is just making sure that you're sending out, putting up a good show, basically, and making people proud. You never know who's listening to us, honestly. So it's always fun, but there's definitely the stressful parts of it, and the stressful parts.
No, I mean, I agree 100% with everything you said. It's like I listen to songs now, like when I listen to radio or anything, I'm not just listening to that song. I'm listening, hey, this would sound good, mashed up. It's a whole different world. Whole different world.
Now you start looking at the world through this myopic perspective, where no song that you wrote with or no song that's currently out, you look at it as a standalone song. You're constantly hearing other melodies. I hear Queen in everything I do. And I don't know why, but every single time I hear like a jingle, like Colgate commercial, I hear Freddie Mercury smash into that. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna that Cheerios commercial and smash the fuck out of it. It starts becoming part of your mental state, And
you can just keep going off of that. Like before we came on, I heard you're like Billy Squire and Mickey Avalon joint. I was like, whoa, that meshes like so well. It really sounded great.
Yeah, right. Give it every day. He's just diving into the set right now, and so he can tell you the level of stress or non-stress, or as a accomplished musician himself, about how he approaches it.
Well, I wake up in the morning, I get my coffee, and I literally go straight into my studio. The guy sent me a bunch of songs, and I've been dissecting them. And the good thing about me dissecting these songs is that, I'm diverse with, I grew up with punk, I grew up with rock, went from, the Tommy Lees to, the thrash metal to the punk to Sid Vicious, even, listening to singers and stuff like that. And grew up on a lot of the 80s pop, a lot of the dance. So for me, learning all these genres and then now throwing it into this big pot is really working out. I got to do this musical years ago that had smash-ups as well too, and it was awesome because I learned to go from one song to the next, and have the vocals doing this with a different song, and it was awesome because it really worked out well. And now that I'm able to do this again on a whole different higher level, it's exciting. It is stressful. I've got a lot to learn. I learn off vocals, so I have to learn the vocals in order for me to be able to go, okay, it's going to change. It's going to go from this to that. And being a drummer, not to step over and be like, I'm going to do all these fills and all that stuff, when realistically, people are there to see the singers, they're there to see the band, but the attention is on the singers. And as a drummer, I got to get that pocket, So I got to think about all those things now, being the new member in the band, and going, I got to be diverse. I got to, bring it back a little bit, going into the hip hop, or going into electronic, or going into rock, and just bring it all together. So, it is stressful, but I'm excited. It's going to be great,
My bad, I didn't cut you. No. Just to let y'all know, the man got the rap skills, okay? Rapping, and the man be having me coming up with original shit on spot.
He's coming with original shit on the spot.
It's funny. He goes, "How you doing?" I go, "Oh, I'm just chilling, man. I'm chilling like Bob Dylan on penicillin, you know." And,
Yeah. I want to just add to this, guys. Like, I don't know if you had an opportunity to check out his pedigree about what he's done, but me and Bones grew up together in Hollywood, and we used to run the streets, and we all our homies from LA, the guys that we grew up, like all the guys from Orgy, and pretty much every band that came out of LA, like me and Bones, we were friends with that whole circle of groups of guys that became these heroes. But I've always looked at Bones when we first put this thing together. When I knew that, like me and Tommy were not going to be doing this, Bones was my first choice of drummers that I wanted to hit up. But he was, back doing stuff with Julian Kay. And, he had just come off the thing with Chester from Linkin Park, Dead by Sunrise. And so, the timing wasn't right. So, to say he's the newest member is kind of like a false statement in the sense that this band's only 5.5 months old. Like we're just a brand new band. And our previous drummer was, somebody that we brought in because Bones wasn't available. And it just happened to work out where we had an opportunity to, say goodbye to him on good terms and get Bones back into this where it should have been in the beginning. So we're just, if you guys happen to know what this guy's done, he's played with everybody from Manson to 6 a.m. to, he's just done a shitload of stuff, man. So
yeah, it's been pretty good.
What it does is it brings another level of him and Travis, bring another level of legitimacy to this project where it's like, this ain't no fucking cover band, man. It's
right.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
I was just saying, right? It's not a cover band. You guys are making it your own. And as great as the band is and the talent and the musicians, it wouldn't be the same without a little piece of Philadelphia. Tell us how Rachel ended up being part of the band and one of our Philly people. That makes it that much more special for us that this awesome band of amazing talents has a little piece of Philly behind it as well.
Yeah, so that's a crazy story, man. So when Travis first got in the band,
Philly and Jersey, whatever you want to call it.
He, I think it was a couple of weeks after Travis joined the band. Yeah,
I've been places.
Rachel friend requested me, or I friend requested her. I can't remember how that went down. And I just saw this, this little Elvira, playing. And I was just like looking at some of her videos, and like the instruments like as big as her body, and I'm like, how's she playing that thing, man? Like her fucking fingers are they're like sausages, man. but lo and behold, there's like this amazing accomplished musician, and I've been around the block like Bones has, and I know talent when I see it, and I was enthralled by her, not just her ability to play guitar and bass, but she also plays piano. She can sing. And for such a young age, I was like, this girl's going someplace. Never thinking on the peripheral that there was going to be a chance that we'd be working together. But it just so happened that we kind of hit it off online because she grew up with Travis. She only learned to play bass because of Travis. She used to go to all the Steel Panther shows when she was, I was going to say a little girl, but she's a little
littler.
A younger girl, I guess.
Let's put it this way.
The size wasn't different,
when
but
she
the age
was a fetus, she was going to see Steel Panther. That's the best way I can put it. Pro-choice. Gotta throw that out there, man. But yeah, it's just, I was just blown away. And then as it turns out, she begins to tell me this story about her influence, who happens to be Travis. She's like, you don't understand, like my relationship with him. He's like my big brother. I've always called him my big brother. He calls me his little sister. And we're just like, that's dope as fuck. And then she said, I'm going to come to LA, fly out there to see you guys because I want to see Travis. So she comes out to see us. We're playing in Hollywood, and her and Travis are reunited. And it's a very joyful, thing because they haven't heartfelt because they haven't seen each other in so long. And Travis gives her a bass that night, one of his basses. And we just all hit it off, man. Like we were staying in the same hotel, partied all night, and just got to know each other. And Travis is like, hey, man, on the flip, if for whatever reason, because my wife's pregnant, if I have to dip out for a while because of her pregnancy, I would like you to be my sub. And so he kind of anointed her and knighted her. And we were just like, man, that's fucking perfect because she's like already family. And that's the guy who got her playing. And we were just like, it couldn't be more of a storytelling opportunity, except for the fact that she's from Philly. That's what kind of rooms.
Hey,
I'm-
Hey, hey.
hey,
No,
hey,
Cool.
Eagles.
hey.
Hang up the live stream.
I love
Donovan
the Eagles,
McNabb.
No, I love Philly.
Beloved Eagles.
Maybe I swear I was just joking. But the fact that she was from Philly, guys, is what really encouraged us to go. She's the right person because there's such a wealth of talent that comes out of the Philly area.
Rocky,
That whole
right?
East Coast,
Rocky.
that whole East Coast area there, man.
Rocky.
There's just so many talented kids that are
I was
just
in that movie.
banging shit out. So we like the fact that she was East Coast, but we were like, yo, man, it's never gonna happen because you live too far away. And then we'll let Seven take it from here about how we ended up getting her to make the move. So
Hey, we need to do a Rocky smash up.
Ooh. Definitely.
Yeah. There you go.
Meek Mill.
No, I was about to say Meek Mill.
Well, I mean, she was hungry. She was like, I want this. I'm gonna do it. And she packed up her things, said goodbye to Philly, and
Overnight.
her dad was supportive, and we were like, what? You're moving out here? She's like, I'm coming. She's like, I'm in this 100%. And we're like, hell yeah, girl.
shout out to Special K, man, her dad, who
Yeah.
He
Hey,
was typing earlier.
love
Oh, what's up,
Hey.
KB? What's up, baby?
Yeah, you know what? She don't play around. This one, she was like, she moved all the way across the country for us to be in this band, and she joined up with us, got in the studio with us. It clicked like that, and it's just been amazing ever since she's been in, and we're having a blast with her. We're enjoying ourselves. We're very blessed to have her in with us. Perfect fit.
Amazing, and congratulations to her and all you because it's a tremendous band. I've seen some of the videos on YouTube. I go to your website and I love the like the comic book introduction things, the little skits, which are freaking awesome. Who's the brainchild? Who comes up with the most ideas? Not putting anybody on the spot, but whose brain is always working? I assume Dave. Everybody's pointing at Dave. I assume so.
baby.
I call him Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, I gotta say something. All kidding aside, like no,
did this,
I
man?
think the last person that called me Dave was like my probation officer when I was
Hey!
13 years old. Like I only everybody calls me Diggity. That's been my name like since I was a kid. So when you say Dave, I'm sitting here and I'm not even sure he's talking to me. I'm like, what fucking band is he interviewing? So yeah, I mean, I'm constantly like working and pushing the needle, finding mashups that have already been created and adding our own twist to them, or just getting stems and loops from DJ friends of mine, big DJs that are like sold millions of records, and I'll get stuff off of those guys, and just constantly trying to like proliferate the space with stuff that people haven't heard before. We really don't consider this to be a cover band because it's we've been paid some homage by some pioneer DJs. There's a big radio station, hip hop station. It's a P1 station, one of the biggest hip hop stations in the world, and these guys are legendaries, DJs, like real DJs that like Howard Stern kind of, except they play music. You kids don't know what that is because you hear DJ, it's some dude spinning a tortilla or something like that. I'm talking like real DJs. So these guys brought us in, man, to do an interview, and they said, listen, we heard the band, they know hype, they played some of his original material, and they were like fascinated by what this was. And they said, before we got on air, they're like, we just want to let you know, like, we didn't have the power within us to put you on the radio because we're owned by a big conglomerate. We had to kick the can all the way up to the top. And the execs heard this and said, what is this? Like, get them on the radio ASAP. Like, let's get a first interview with them, because they were like, and then we were on air, Jeff, they were like, we'll let you know right now, there's never been a white boy rock band ever in the history of this radio station. No white people have been on here. So we were like, wow, man, that's like making history. And he's like, the reason we're telling you that is because we want to let you know in our community, like there was like, you can chart it on a graph when rock and rap started breaking into cultural barriers. And it was like, the first one was with Sugar Hill Gang, 1982, when rap was invented. And then that collided with Blondie and Rapture. And then that collided into Chic doing another spin-off of that song. And then, of course, the one we all grew up with, which is Aerosmith Run DMC. Yes. And there hadn't been anything very monumental on that scale until Linkin Park and Jay-Z teamed up to do their collaboration. And to hear these legendary radio DJs tell us, you guys are the new shit, man. Like, we can see our kids in our hood wearing your shirts and flying your flag, because what you're doing is you're paying homage to our people and our music. And we appreciate that. And we were shocked to hear that, because we understood that we had something going. And then Hype brought a bunch of friends that were on their way to hip hop convention, hardcore, like very embedded in that scene, man. And they just kind of came in, they had their hoodies on, and they were just like, Hype's like, play them a couple tracks, man. And so we start playing them some of our stuff, and they're just standing there, like no expression. I'm like, oh man, these kids do not get it. Like, and then all of a sudden you start seeing them, they start bobbing their heads. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, this stuff is flying. And then like they're like, what the fuck is this? And then we started getting that kind of confirmation from those audiences that were trying to not only just pull in, but to have an appreciation for the accuracy of like what we're trying to do. And that's pretty much been our fire, man, is to follow that those mantras and the people that are giving us these chances. We were on a country radio station, same deal. This country radio DJ, 47 years on this radio station, iHeartRadio country station. And he was like telling me and Seven, I've never heard anything like this in my life. I don't know what that rap stuff is. I have no idea. Y'all, he's like slapping his knee and stuff. He goes, but I'm digging it. That man's saying all kinds of crazy words. Like, but this guy was like, Waylon Jennings, old school country dude, and he wanted this on the station because he was like, I've never heard anything like this before. We didn't invent it. We're not trying to say that. There's been some misconceptions in the press, but we've taken it and put our own spin to it, and we've added more elements of music that is not out there, and we'll continue to do so. And we just appreciate everybody who listens and who gives us an opportunity to just go, you know what, I'll at least check it out, good or bad,
Agreed. Definitely worth it. My wife's watching. She says, "What's up, guys?" My wife is a fan. I'm turning her to a fan.
Hey!
Because it's so good, but it's so identifying. You can identify the songs, whether it's rap songs, pop songs, rock songs, whatever. Everybody can identify them. That's what's awesome. You're bringing a little piece of music that everybody's familiar with, putting it all together. So your fan base is just going to be absolutely incredible, and I love it. And it's been great. And not only that, but you're stylish, sexy looking band. You look like you're partying and having fun. The music's freaking awesome. Rachel, don't wave at me. You know you're sexy. You all are. You're a great looking band too on top. And that's part of this persona, is to believe it. You're living the roles that you absolutely believe that you're badass. So do it, smashing shit up.
And I was going to say, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
I just feel like the 90s are back, and I don't know where they went, but the rock rap scene was so huge, and it seemed very brief, though, like you said, with Linkin Park and Jay-Z. And then anytime you heard something on the radio that caught you off guard, like a 9 Inch Nails 50 Cent mashup, you're like, whoa, like people pay attention to that. But you guys bring the element of the live shows, and I just wanted to know how that was going for you, and when are you coming to Philly?
When are you coming?
Secret question at the end.
Day and age we're living in, we thought racism and a lot of those things were behind us, but they're just as prevalent now as they've ever been. And the one thing that we love about what we're doing with this band is we're also bringing unity with all the different genres of music. So live, when you see us, you will see people that love hip hop. You will see people that love funk. You will see metal people there. You'll see country people there. And we're all under the same roof, and we're all enjoying the two things that bring humans together: food and music. And we're all under the same roof. We're all jamming together. We're all loving the music together. And there's something in it for everyone. And we're all loving together. And that's what me personally, take away from this band, what I enjoy seeing the most. I enjoy seeing different skin colors, different cultures of people in our audience, just having a good time and letting go of everything else and just having a good time and enjoying music together. So that's what I would say you would see live at our shows. Just everybody just having a great time together.
And we are coming to Philly. We're coming to Philly. If they haven't banned me.
Ban you.
Yeah, right. What I said, man, we live in this woke world right now. I might have just got 86 from Philly, but
No.
Dude, I will pick. I mean, unless you take the tour bus, if you guys fly, I will pick your asses up at the airport. I will rent a bus and get you guys into town, show you. Well, Rachel knows the town also. Show you the town, have a blast. Any arena around here would love to have this act because it's that fucking great. Like I said, bringing people together, and that's what this city needs. That's what this world needs. You guys are like pioneers of really a great concept. Like I said, bringing people together, any style, any race, any love of music whatsoever. You're bringing a piece of all that.
Hey man, the city of brotherly love, right, Philly? That's what it's all about, man. So,
amen.
We're humbled by the fact that we, like I said, we're a new band, and we're just starting to get our sea legs right now, and we've had an opportunity to kind of like, even though we're California and Arizona based, we've been branching out, playing like Texas and Utah and Denver and places like that, and for a band to just come right out of the chute, completely unknown band, and be offered these gigs that be playing in different states. We're blown away. We realized that we could be doing a lot more. We got caught up with a really bad company that took us on, was managing us and booking us. And this company just really, there's some shady motherfuckers, and they just did us dirty, man. They tied us up for about 4.5 months, and we finally got free from them. So we're finally starting to feel like, we have the tenacity and the brass to kind of go out there and just do what we need to do, which is get in front of people and show them that there's a new kind of music out there, and people that are doing it for all the right reasons, man. We're not chasing the dollar, we're chasing the art. And we just hope people give us a chance and kind of break down those walls of going, yeah, man, it's, we've had some people write us and go, your music's fucking confusing, man. And it's like, and I'm like, well, dude, like if you have Tourette's syndrome, I guess, yeah. Like, well, man, like, but we haven't caused a seizure yet that I know of. But it's different. But you just, we live in a world where everything is different now. And I'd rather be doing this than, when Travis first came in, he was like, bro, let's do a Molly Hatchet cover band. And I was like, Molly who?
Molly
Hatchet. Like, I'm fucking with you, Travis.
I'm like, wow, that's like the.
No, man, but my point is, like, we're not like a Motley Crue cover band or another Van Halen cover band, another fucking Stevie Nicks cover band. Like, this is like, it's not like that. So we're trying to like put some legitimacy behind this. And that's why Bones, he didn't have to do this. I mean, he had it 6 months ago when I hit him up, he was too busy to do it. And for him to come back in the fold, it's representative of just the validity of like what we're trying to pronounce and the kind of music we're trying to proliferate the world with right now. Not going to invent the wheel of rock and roll or music in general, but definitely if you come see this, you'll walk out scratching your head going, the fuck, what did I just have a fucking like a stroke or something? Like, I feel incredible, and I feel like I just want to go home and like, and not beat my wife tonight.
Bro, it's crazy. Y'all heard this man? Look, that's how you know he started coming up with comedic jokes and shit. Y'all, the question was 3 questions ago.
the fact that nobody ran out of the screen when he said that means it's just how he was thinking he's spewing. All right.
He was just doing the scope and the magic. Which,
by the way, I want to backtrack a little bit. So when I met Dave he was talking about the Hollywood days.
Oh God.
I don't want to make it a long story, but I met Dave and he's like, hey bro, blah, blah, blah. He's like, we're out on, I think it was like on Sunset or somewhere, Melrose or whatever. And I'm like, hey bro, blah, blah, blah. We met. And he's like, hold on, man. I got to go smash up this dude that's like picking on me, blah, blah, blah. And I saw him like beat the fuck out of some dude. I like that guy. I'm gonna be in a band with him, and now I'm gonna smash a band with him.
Yeah, you feel me? I need smashing people up. I can smash up there.
That's a true story. I'm not lying.
Bone crushing.
You smash up people, they smash up music.
Yeah, the only part, Jeff, guys, that a little embellished is like no dude was picking on me. I mean, that dude like owed me money or something. But man,
there's nobody dumb enough to pick on you. Let's face it.
Yeah, well, there was the whole thing that the whole thing. I forget who coined the phrase, but I think it was Nikki Sixx. Nikki said this. He was like, man, don't let the the eyeliner and the nail polish fool you. Like,
yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is wake up the next day and know that you got your ass handed to you by a dude wearing more makeup than your mom. So.
It was Hollywood. That's
Hollywood.
I mean, it's like you gotta you had to survive, and still people have to survive, and it's awesome that we're able to do this and start from the bottom and still be able to do this and survive.
And the guys we grew up with, me and Bones, I mean, we grew up with Slash and Manson, and like, we're not name dropping, but these guys all understood it was a different culture, man. I mean, it was a community of music where people you were competitive, but you were always looking to put a hand down to help somebody back up. And if I make it, you make it kind of mentality. So that being said, you felt like you were an army of one. Like, it was a big gang, and everybody watched each other's backs. And of course, there's violence involved in that, and there's drugs and there's alcohol a lot, because it's the era we grew up in, and we didn't know any other life to live other than we're all a bunch of broken toys on the island of misfits, and we just kind of came together and said we're going to protect our own. And like, so we've done some shit that we can't even talk about, because that fucking dude from America's Most Wanted will be like fucking doing us. So yeah. All of a sudden it gets quiet. Yeah.
Hold on, because I didn't hear what's your name, because I heard Jeff, but what's the other lady? No, the man's name.
The man's Jeff. The girl's Jewel.
What's her name?
Jewel.
Oh, what's up, Jewel?
You're talking about the other host?
Yeah, the other host. Because earlier I was like, I'm gonna feel bad if I just like her or she. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no pronoun ass motherfucker. But I want to say
it makes it easier. It makes it easier going by Beauty and the Beast. She's a beauty. I'm this big mouth.
Oh, Beauty. There you go.
Just call him Double J. Double J.
I appreciate the respect, though. I was going to say, what has been one of your favorite venues, individually or as a group? What has been the most live show?
Absolutely. I think we all agree on this one. I think you all know what I'm about to say, right? Leatherheads in Salt Lake City, Utah. We love you guys. It was the best.
You people in Utah know how to party.
Crazy.
I'm talking about ass cheeks. Talk about they out there licking the side of the sweat on your face when you get off stage. It is real insult. Any musician, artist, entertainer, sports player, whatever. Go to Salt Lake City, come to Leatherheads, come see us play, and get lit.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Oh, I played there.
Yeah, beyond the comedic stuff, guys, it's like the owner, this guy Jay, who's just a fucking great guy, man.
Yeah, love him, man.
He really understands. First of all, he's been in the music business as long as we have, and he managed a lot of popular bands. This big band called the Flies. They had a really big song like in the 90s.
Yeah, the want you.
Yeah. So Jay Gibb was like affiliated with that whole camp, and then he just started opening clubs, but he came into it with a whole different mentality. Like he came into it like, I need to open up venues that are there to do one thing and one thing only, which is to serve the artist, to serve the the benefit and the spirit and the soul of artists. And he's never broken away from that. This guy is he's an absolute pioneer and anomaly to what's out there. Not to say that there's probably none of the cats out there that have the same kind of just the common decency towards musicians and what we have to do to get to a venue. And he just understands it all, man. So she's right. Leatherheads is like the best place we've played. We're playing there on the 17th of September. This isn't a plug because we're playing there as much as it's just a plug because of the people that run and own that place, and they deserve to get kudos because they're just amazing people, man. And we're happy.
And the food is good too.
The food is bomb.
That's no knock. Wait a minute. That's no knock on any other venue that we did either.
No,
we had some great times in Texas and we had some great times in Denver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when we talk about, like I just said, somebody licking your face, somebody signing on your ass, all this great thing, performing great music and us being great musicians, it was like, that was a crazy moment in this first set of journey. You know what I'm saying?
We had fun signing out.
I was gonna say, Hype, you're the only one that got.
I'm sure.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I think it's because I'm black. Hey, black with dreadlocks, take it up. Yes. Hey.
Oh no. Food and party and
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want anybody signing my ass cheek. No offense. It's just not. It's not a pretty canvas.
Not you, Jeff. Not you.
No, not me.
Hey, Jeff, I can't sign your panties, bro. Nah, man.
Don't get it twisted. He was signing ass cheeks. They weren't signing his.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more attractive. You can get that in your hand and go, okay, that's better.
Man, Jeff and Jules, we're gonna have to make sure we get y'all some merch out to y'all, man.
Get down
Awesome. We would love that. And my
We're
wife's a
loving the
big
merch.
fan. My wife's a big fan of Colorado and Utah, so we will make our way out and try to plan around the show because it's got to be. No, it's got to be done. It's that fucking good. And I made sure she tuned in tonight from dinner, and her sister's watching. So, honey, if you're up there, we got a plan. We got a trip to plan to get it out. I got a man to sign your ass cheeks, honey.
Hey! I got your signature, man.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Double it.
So I got to ask. You guys have been awesome. You've given us a lot of time, and I'm almost sad to let you go. But can we do this again because it was that freaking great? We had an absolute blast. You guys are absolute superstars, each and every one of you. This is a great moment. I appreciate your technical guy for fixing the sound a little bit.
Hey, shout out to Free. Shout out to Free, Christina.
Christina.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Jerry Natisha, my boy. Kelly. Ron.
Yeah, to get you all on took a little bit of that because in the beginning with the reverb, it's because we got you all on and it's kind of like one little setup. So StreamYard's not perfect, but you guys made it work, and I'm fucking blown away by how great it was.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
our team is the best.
Yes,
And
sir.
we'll close out by saying, Double J's, thank you guys so much for just having us on your platform. When you first interviewed Rachel, that was the first time we came across our radar. I had already heard of you guys because the name has been bouncing around. But when I saw Rachel on there and I knew how legit it was and just how prolific you guys are at your interviewing skills, I knew that was something that we'd want to be on. And we want to thank Rosie, our girl who
Yes.
does so much
Rosie.
amazing promotion for us. She's part of the Hollywood Gods and Monsters camp for kind of connecting us with you guys. But I just wanted to say just a big up to you guys, man, for doing what you do. Because once again, you're people that have this platform that give a microphone and a voice to a lot of artists that may not have that opportunity to reach people and to kind of tell their story. And the journey and the process of that journey needs to be told, because for these young musicians coming up, it's inspiring for them to be able to hear people talk about how they got from point A to B to C. And you guys don't just do interviews, you kind of dive into how did you get started, and not just the basic questions, but you give people an opportunity to kind of peel their skin off and show you the real side of them. So keep doing what you're doing. We're big fans, and we really, really, from the bottom of our heart, we're humbled that you had us on. We appreciate you guys dearly. Thank
Holy
you.
shit. I don't know.
Ever.
Wow. I don't know whether to faint or cry. I always keep on the big screen and watch. Motherfucking Diggity Dave just gave me massive props in front of his awesome band.
Oh, you
on
act
this
like
program.
I didn't even pimp I just pimped your life out.
You
Church.
did, brother. Come get some. Rosie, we love you too. Thank you so much, Rosie, for your work and the entire band. All you guys, you're outstanding. Keep it up. Again, get to YouTube if you haven't done it yet. Get to YouTube and watch some of these videos because just watching them perform is freaking great.
And HollywoodGodsandMonsters.com. So it's Hollywood Gods, the letter N, HollywoodGodsandMonsters.com. That's our website. Yeah. Feel free to interact with us, send us emails and stuff. We answer every single email personally because we believe that we're tethered to you. We constantly proliferate the airwaves with us. We say we're nothing without you because we're truly not. So be sure and hit us up if you want.
Awesome. Yeah, www.hollywoodgodsandmonsters.com. Got to scroll down to the bottom. I'm going to leave it there the rest of the night. Instagram at Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Facebook at Hollywood Gods and Monsters. I tell you what, we've had a lot of shows, 210. We've been at it for 5 years. No disrespect to any guests that's ever been on. We love you all. This is the best fucking show I think we've ever had. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hollywood Gods and Monsters.
Boo says hi, everybody.
Who?
Oh, look at Puppy. He even brought back puppies. Oh, my God. He's like the greatest band ever.
Thanks so much.
So we'll reach out and try to do this once again. Until then, peace and keep kicking ass, gang.
Hey, much love.
All right, have a good night. I hate to hit the remove. I love it so much. Hollywood Gods and Monsters, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap, Jewel. A little bit of reverb in the beginning, but the reason why, for people who are new to us, when you do StreamYard, and it's a lot of like one-on-one things, if you don't like do earphones and you're doing like a broadband like that, the feedback will come off of them. And I appreciate their technical guy who reached out to me earlier on before the show even started. So I'm going to give some props real quick. HB, who's the tech for HGN. And our setup is all tested. You can reach myself. So they did a great job of getting everybody together in the same room. The backdrop was super cool. The interview was great. So much great stuff to say. Diggity Dave kills it. He actually corrected me for just calling him Dave. What a great night. Jewel, talk me off this ledge of super high right now.
I think that was the best compliment we ever received. That was amazing. What cool people! Like, man, if they don't come to us, we're going to the West Coast. We're all going to that party that is their show, because you could just tell. And even watching the videos, you can really tell they put their whole heart and soul. And it's different. They're not a cover band. It's like they say, the American jukebox. And wow, it's a full-blown experience that you just have to be there for. And I need to be at one of their shows. So
yeah, no doubt about it.
I can get there.
We would blow up at one of those shows and just have such a blast. And we started to show off with a little bit of the funny, embarrassing part of me drinking beer through a hot dog. And I tell you what, my entire life has been fixed by Diggity Dave's telling us that he's heard of us. He knows what we do.
What?
He loves what we do. I'm like, I'm going to faint. I'm definitely not going to bed tonight. The adrenaline is absolutely killing me. But a massive thanks again to Rosie. You're beautiful. We love you. You did amazing work. To the band of Hollywood Gods and Monsters, Diggity Dave and Rachel and Seven and B and Hype and Bones. Bones got introduced tonight right here on our show. A breakthrough moment right here on the show. We actually did a premiere. We premiered a brand new drummer, our man Bones. Jewel.
And the legends
Wow.
with as well. It's just insane. I wish we could play a song right now.
I know. I want to play all of it so damn bad. I almost like want to.
Anything.
I almost want to
We
load
need
a
a bigger
song.
platform to play
Right.
whatever we want. That's the next goal.
Sirius Satellite Radio, iHeartRadio, if you're listening, don't you pick us up? I mean, freaking Diggity Dave and Hollywood Gods and Monsters love what we do.
Yeah.
So let's go.
We need to compile these reference letters for.
I know, right? Yeah, they, Hype said they got to get us some merch. No, you don't need to get us some merch. Just get us some, get us some good reference letters at this point, and let's make it big. Jewel, everything I'd hoped for, like I said, a little bit of the reverb in the beginning, but that's because they all made the effort. They did. I'm blown away by how great that was. Too. A few people are like, "Oh, the feedback," and I get it.
Well, thank you for the comments, though, because we absolutely look at the comments and see, like, oh, okay, we have to adjust. So
right, and people asked if the band can see the comment board. I guess from a distance, it's harder for them to see the comments, but we did share them. Hopefully, the gang rewatch and see everybody that gave a lot of great shout outs, because they got great fans, people that love them. And I don't see why not. I really don't. And maybe next time we'll get Travis. I know Travis, his wife just had a baby. Congratulations to Travis and his wife. That's awesome. Rosie, we love you too. I love you to death, Rosie. I think you're awesome. You're one of the coolest people around. And as you know, Rosie, while I have you here, we do a Wednesday night show, Yo 2.0, where we kind of bring in other guests that want to come on, and Jewel gets the night off to relax. And it was mentioned to me a few times. I'm looking for guest co-hosts to say, everybody's like, Rosie. So Rosie, if you're ever up to sit in Jewel's seat one night on a Wednesday, talk to a new band or something, we would love to have you. And we love you for all the work you do. And I love Jewel for being here. And I didn't care if they didn't know my name. They could have called me shithead for all I care, and I would have loved every second of that.
Yeah, no, this was a lot of fun. I was like tearing up from laughing, and then
oh, they're funny. You knew they would be, and they have a great time together. Like,
yeah,
they really do.
That's all that matters.
So and I'm not going to mention any names or how I found out. I was tipped off to it like maybe 2 days before that a new member was going to be introduced and brought in. And when I asked everybody to introduce themselves, I guess I kind of shouldn't, because he was like, either me, but brand new member to a great family that is Hollywood Gods and Monsters. And I'm telling you, I'm going to keep it scrolling all night. The website, the Instagram page, the Facebook page, find them on YouTube, watch it. It's so worth it. And they're only getting bigger. They're new, like they said. They're only getting bigger.
Yeah, they have that new management team, so it'll be bigger.
Hollywood Gods and Monsters that blow it up. blow it up bigger. Did I say it wrong? Why am I getting guns? I keep getting Guns and Roses in there. No,
Keep saying
Hollywood.
guns.
Did I keep saying
And I
guns?
keep saying in
Damn
the
it!
land
Fix.
of gods and monsters.
Correct me if I say, because I got Guns and Roses in my head. Hollywood gods and
correct
monsters.
you.
Gods are better than guns. Gods. They are gods and monsters and goddesses. They're beautiful people, and they all kind of look funny when I said it, but they are. Rachel's beautiful, and Seven, of course, and they're chic and stylish, and their costumes are cool, and their music is great, and it's just
I want to
awesome.
know where their like Halloween show is.
Thank you. Wow, we are part of the fam, and we're coming for Thanksgiving and Christmas. We bring great gifts.
And Halloween, we'll be there.
Rosie's through it. Even Rosie, like I said, it's like a sexy group. Even Rosie got the little sexy pose going on with the sunglasses, and I love it. I love talented people that are just being themselves and letting it all hang out. That's definitely what it's all about. So thank you again. I feel like I don't want to even, I feel like I don't even want to talk about anything else. What else can you possibly talk about after that?
What is there else to talk about?
I know. I guess let's hit the let's argue segment real quick, because
Okay.
this is one of the biggest like wars among people.
Oh,
Right. This is a biggie, Joel. Tonight's a biggie. Make sure I put it in there. And it's wings. I know you like wings. Like, what about them? How people eat them, what they see in them, what they like. Thank you, James Cox. It means a lot, dude. It really does. I'm glad you tuned in. Thank you so much. I'm telling you what, man, you do a great podcast as well. We love it, and we'd love to talk to you soon on our show, and hopefully you're part of more podcasts and stuff to do. Joel, I was actually talking about 2.0, doing a giant podcast with all the great people we've met, and hopefully maybe we can get you out for that evening as well. Let's do the let's argue segment, because people were blowing this thing up. This thing really got great. The wing segment. And Joel, we start off with the flavor, with mild coming in at 34 and hot coming in at 43. What do you think? I'm more of a mild. I like a little bit. I don't like just heat. Like, I like to taste what the hell
yeah. I
heard.
I can't do hot wings at all. Like mild to medium at most. I can't handle it. I really no hot sauce. None of that. It's not in me.
I don't mind a
I
mild.
really don't eat wings. I mean, I try to.
I love wings. But I like them mild, so I can actually get a little bit of chicken taste. Even medium, like rib rack in Philly, is still my favorite. They do a nice medium. But
I
hot
like
took me-
Currents. Currents has that
Oh,
those
Currents
garlic
is great
parmesan
wings.
ones.
Yes.
Damn good.
But hot took the win there with 43-34. The next one, I love this. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Blue cheese and ranch. It is blue cheese all stinking day long. 54-16 in favor of blue cheese. Chunky blue cheese. I'll even go out and get blue cheese crumbles and put it in my blue cheese dressing to make sure
Nope.
that baby bumps. Come on.
Like ranch.
Really, my wife likes ranch too.
But blue
Nice kid.
cheese is the only thing that takes away the heat. Like ranch, I think enhances it, and blue cheese like tames it.
Awesome. Thank you, Rogie, for a shout out to my man, James Cox, another music lover in his own right. JD Wolf, so far, we're 2 for 2, bud. But here's the clincher, Joel. And I need you to give me
How
your
are we
input
talking
here.
about wings right now?
Because it's the Let's Argue segment. I'm in such a
Okay.
mood for wings. So, came down to this, the ultimate wing battle, drums versus flats. Joel?
I gotta go flats.
Thank you for tuning into the Earth Show. Big thanks to Hollywood Gods and
Who
Monsters.
would I be if
for
I
coming
didn't
on.
argue with you?
Right, thank you. Flats did pull out a small victory, 43-37 in favor of
Eat
Flats.
my meat.
Really tongue-tied tonight, but I like the drumstick effect. It's easier to eat.
I guess. I ended up
Stop.
like pulling it with my hands off the bone anyway. I don't eat it from the. What? What? I didn't say anything wrong. Shut up. I take the. Get out of here.
You know, we
Go
had
eat another
Rachel.
hot dog, Jeff. All right.
We had Rachel's dad chime in. We're gonna get ready to have Jules' dad chime in with my
I
family.
know my dad just made him send me the link, so behave.
Right. I'm all yes. I'm all about drums. I like the drum. Um, I want wings, dude. Send wings out here. I got myself all like wing horny now. Love wings. Why are we talking about? Because I love them.
Weren't you making your own wings in the air fryer? Did that stop?
Yes, I was. Well, yeah, we haven't gotten them in a while because, as you know, they got insanely expensive. But I would put them in. We would make them in the air fryer, and I would make up my own sauces. Like I made like a peanut butter and jelly sauce, and I made like hot medium. And I'll tell you, the peanut butter jelly one, I was surprised how good it was. And then I made like pizza wings. Like I was doing so many neat things. And I'm telling you, man, would you stop?
It's weird.
I'm gonna make you drink a hot dog or
No,
drink beer out of a hot. I still gotta have a hot dog. There. I do.
don't eat it.
Why not? I'm gonna torch it. Look,
My God.
I torch out here. Cook myself a nice
Anyway,
hot
I
dog.
made this like
Flame broil.
I made
Go ahead.
pulled pork in my crock pot the other night. I was like, all right, I have all the ingredients. I'm gonna make really good sliders, right? So I had everything but the Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. You know that sauce?
Yeah,
And then
Worcestershire.
I live right next to a store, and you know they have food things, but not all. It's not like a grocery store. So I was like, oh, let me just see, because sometimes they have, different things. No, they had none. I'm like, what do I have that could, take its place? So they said ketchup and soy sauce.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but I got this like ketchup from Wegmans. It's like organic and it tastes awful.
Ew.
It's terrible. Like
If you put
really
organic
can't.
in front of anything, no. I'm sorry.
There's nothing better than Heinz. Like I don't know why
Right?
it's so drastically different, but if it's not Heinz ketchup or like mayonnaise, if it's not Hellman's, like it tastes like trash.
Thank you. Like I know people like Hunt's. Okay, Hunt's is fairly acceptable, but what is it with like
Heinz is
ketchup and
like
mayo?
last option.
Now, ketchup and mayo is mixed together. My wife actually makes when she eats French fries, she puts ketchup, mayo, and mustard in a bowl and mixes it up for French fries.
That's
That's not
good.
bad.
You know what I do in the morning? I have first of all, I love Dave's rockin' bread.
Oh, so
And
does she. Oh my gosh, she's a huge
so
Dave's
good.
bread fan.
I gave some to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I know you don't like, wheat grainy bread, but like try this. It's so good. She's like, oh, that was pretty good. Dave's rocking good.
I don't like grainy bread either, so I feel that. I'm not being silly.
But it
There's
has
something
such
about
like
the
good
texture.
flavor. I don't know. It's very good. It's a little expensive. But anyway, I put a little tiny bit of mayonnaise on one side of the bread and then ketchup on the other side of the bread and then put my eggs on it.
Your eggs?
My eggs.
That a girl. See, I love ketchup on eggs. Everybody says it's kind of an Italian thing. I need ketchup on every egg product. Scrambled eggs, over easy eggs. I love ketchup on eggs. And
Thank
people think
you.
it's so weird. Thank you. We actually agree on something.
Because I went up to my sister's and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, because I asked her daughter, I'm like, oh, you want some ketchup on your eggs? She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, offering the girl ketchup on her.
I'm eating some real eggs,
do
girl.
Yeah. That's how we grew up. Ketchup on the eggs and chicken.
JD Wolf, I don't really feel that. Like, I'm not big on I guess it's like is it a Mexican omelet
I guess
with salsa?
I understand hot sauce on eggs now. Like
Oh,
I get
oh yeah.
the appeal on some over easy. I can see it like Dexter style.
It's funny how like hot sauce, like Tabasco. I put Tabasco on my lox cream cheese and bagel, and the Jewish people were like, sacrilege. I'm like, why? Like, you put hot sauce on lox? I think it's phenomenal. It's so good. I'm a lox fan. Are you a lox fan? Have you ever had it?
It's like hot fish.
It's like hot fish, bruh.
No,
Hot
I've never had it, so I can't talk crap. But
love it.
I try not to eat bagels because, I mean, they're delicious, but
Yeah, they got a lot of carbs, a lot of fats. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to ask you this question now. And shoot straight. when you work tomorrow and you start walking around the street and you're hanging around your friends, are you going to feel like a big boss or what? I feel like a big boss tonight. I feel
Actually, I have
like
off tomorrow, so I'm gonna feel like a total rock star. Like, yeah,
you should come up to
interview.
Gleason's, man. Come up to
I
Gleason's.
know. Oh, I'm really gonna try.
Yeah, for a little bit, get a cheesesteak. And remember that we went that one day, me, you, and Cassie was like, I guess right when COVID started to break again and people were getting out a little bit and outside.
Yeah, we sat outside.
Yeah, we had
It was a
some
lovely day.
cheesesteaks and some drinks, and we just shot the breeze. And it was a really good time. Jewel and I have a great time. We love hanging out, and people who watch the show say, like, "What's your relationship like?" We were introduced to a friend. We became great friends, and people with like kind of sharing the same soul for the show. But we get together, like my wife included. It's a great time. We love hanging out. We love talking and bouncing ideas, and it's she's really the ultimate yin to the yang. And I say that a lot in the past. I've always said yin to the yang, and it's something that
Just say that because I like ketchup on my eggs.
that too. But it's something you hope never goes away. And I'm gonna say it, girl. Like when, and I keep bragging about it, but when Diggity Dave and the whole band says he found out about us from Rachel and heard what we do and loves what we do and pays homage to us, that's us, man, as a team going out and killing it and being on the same page. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be this while you're doing that, or I'm going to talk louder while you're doing that, or ask different questions. We give a little format. We do it. We're like, sometimes we talk over each other a little bit because it's the excitement of getting the questions out. But dude, in essence, like you have become the perfect partner. And I mean, on air. My wife's the perfect partner in life. You're the perfect partner on air, dude. You're amazing. We both have the animals that jump in. Joey jumps in. Yeah, sometimes my wife wants to jump in, but it's real. And like I said from the get go, that's what we do. We're real and we just deliver what comes from our heart. And if I'm sitting in the same room with Hollywood Gods and Monsters or Steve Howie or Madeline Zima, whatever, if I'm sitting in the same room with them, I'm acting just like this. And they tell us we have amazing interview skills. Like I wanted to cry midway through that final speech. I wanted to cry, I swear.
That was a big deal. That really meant the world that he said that, and that's why we do it. I mean, literally, that was. I mean, in my head when I came on, I had this idea in college. I just wanted to be on the radio, and then
Yeah.
I was in this entrepreneur class, and we had to think of what would be our business. If we had a business, what would it be? And mine was like, well, I just want a radio station where like unsigned artists can go and get their songs heard. And my
That's a
whole
freaking
team,
great
because
idea.
I was working in a team, and they're all like, "We're not doing that." I was like, "Okay." And
Oh, you
then,
suck.
7 years later, it happened, and I have loved all 5 years just getting to do this, just talking to all these amazing bands and people, actors, actresses, like just across the board. We just met so many amazing people, and you spearheading the whole thing is just it's been really amazing. And this past summer has been all you in a sense, and it's
Thank you.
just, I mean, the work you put in has been showing, and the stuff we do together and how we come off. I think our comfortability level has gotten there. I used to spaz out before a show and get all.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, this is where I want to be. I just want to be interviewing great people
Yeah.
and doing what we love. So, and we get to see these people grow and go
Yeah.
on and be top of the Billboard charts. Like, it's so
Right.
freaking cool to see. And
Like our girl Gail. Gail, come back to us. We love you,
Gail.
Gail. Gail, we love you.
Love Gail.
She's
But
so
it's
cute
just,
too.
yeah,
Oh,
that's just
she's
an
so
example of like the incredible people we get to
cute. Yeah.
sit and chat with.
And this here, again, I'm going to put this comment up again. This makes it worthwhile. Like JD Wolf, like, I'm glad I found you guys. My Tuesday's not complete without you guys. We love
Aw.
that. Sit and join us and comment. Kind of become like part of the show and part of us. And that's awesome. And if it wasn't for, again, a great band like Sepsis and their amazing fans like JD Wolf, we may not have met him. And like, Hollywood Gods and Monsters to start off with Rachel. Rachel coming on our show and doing the 2.0 end. And Angela, if you're out there, I know you love Rachel. And she was like, I want to be a piece of the show. I love Rachel so much. But just having Rachel do that for us and coming on and talking about her beginnings here led us out there. And it's a community, man. It's not a competition. People think podcasting and webcasting and all that is a competition. It's not. It's a community from the kings like Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell coming on our program to the guys like James Cox to some of our greats like Maria Daniels and Tina Celine and Brian Snow, who comes on a lot in comments, and Austin Wood. I talked to Austin earlier today. There's a lot of great people, a lot of great things to say, and people grow to love each other and work together, and we all want this to blow up. Trust me, if I had the money, I would make a 24/7 pod/webcast network.
Yeah. If we had Snooki's budget, we'd be somewhere.
I'd be knee deep in marijuana and booze, passed out on the sidewalk, and Jules like, we got work to do. Like, fuck that. No, I wouldn't. No, I'm not. No, I wouldn't. I would definitely dedicate it. Like I said, I put myself in front of my fancy studio with like $10,000 worth of Funko Pops that my wife hates. If my wife is still listening and you're anywhere near Wings, could you? Ladies and gentlemen, our beautiful young spokesmodel, Miss Joey, is in the house to tell you all what to do right now.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button and the face. Don't break your screen. And make sure you subscribe and make it great. And
Comment?
and comment, and we have some Yosho merch.
We do?
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. I've never seen
Yeah.
any of them.
And hi, Mama and Pat.
What'd you say? They're watching. Say hi.
I know.
Oh, say it louder.
Hi, Mama and Pat.
Hi, Mom and Pop.
Oh, and hi,
Thanks,
Casey.
Oh, she's not watching, is she? Oh my goodness. Her
Mom
phone's
and
watching
Pop,
today.
just know that despite some of the silly moments we catch each other in, Jewel really is the ultimate straight man. I kind of say you're a great straight man to my ridiculous comments. You also hold great composure with my mess ups, like Hollywood Guns, whatever the hell that was. But
This prepares me for my day job.
I mean, she's like you're very amazing. You kind of hold me in place, which sounds silly because you're always like, oh, Jeff does this and Jeff does that, and I get it, and I love getting the bands on, etc. But Joel has become, and I'm telling you in the beginning, you would never imagine if I would have told you the stories from the beginning, which is all going into the Yosho documentary. Joel's become like ice in the veins. And I know she says no. She's got like ice in her veins anymore with it. And all day long, I'm like peeing my pants, like, this is huge. And Joel goes, I'm like, all right, let's go. This is it. Let's do it. And I'm like peeing my pants.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm so super excited. And tonight I was just like, you have to channel it. I guess
Yeah,
this is
man.
what they do before they go on stage. You just have to like channel all the nervous energy and put it through and make a great show, make great content. And yeah, I'm just happy our interviews are going so well because we really do appreciate everyone's time coming out here and coming to our platform. And
Absolutely.
we love showcasing them. That's why
Yeah.
we get upset when we can't play the songs because as much as we can show, we will. We love to support.
This show would have been one part chat, one part straight up music because we
Yeah.
we love it that much. It's super cool. And like I said, I'm going to run the scroll the rest of the night. Make sure you check it out. Then you guys we did get the most epic shout out ever. Like, and they're probably calling Travis. Like, Travis, they were pretty fucking cool.
Political.
Let's kill a couple topics real quick. The other night, Jewel went to see Goo Goo Dolls and Blue October at the Man.
Oh,
I tell you what,
hate me today. Those Blue October. I love
I don't
that
know.
song.
Cassie knew Blue October. I
Hey,
Yeah.
Mo!
Yes!
I love that song.
That is Cassie knew was the only person in the arena to know it and the words. And
Stop. That
she's
was such a
singing
good
it.
song.
It's a great song, and he's a guy I wanted to reach out to see if he would come on the show because his
Ah.
story's awesome. Former like recovering depression and drugs and all that. Now he's out there just killing it. And a lot of people are like, I don't know a lot about this band. And Cassie's like, just play Hate Me. I'm like, huh? She's like,
Seriously.
trust me, when it comes on, you're gonna see me go into effect. And Girl Did She Ever screaming it. It's a great song. They're a cool band. Cool bunch of guys was good. Goo Goo Dolls was very good. They played a lot of new stuff. New stuff takes some growing up. But Jewel, they ended the show with Tom Petty's Running Down a Dream. And it was the whole place was going berserk.
That's really
Good
cool.
show. The Man is cool. First time to the Man. I don't know if you've ever been to the Man.
Do you like it? I just saw Alt J there in Portugal the Man.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's a cool little venue. Expensive as balls to eat and drink, but cool
Yes.
venue. Oh my god! But a cool
Yeah.
venue. We had a great
Go to
time.
that show.
Yeah. Oh my god, we sat on the lawn and just had a blast. Goo Goo Dolls are cool. Johnny is still holding his own. Cat's like, oh my god, I used to think he was so cute. Now he's, I'm like, now what? Old? You could say it. Your husband's old. So, but great show. And Blue October,
It doesn't
dude,
happen
you're
to
singing.
guys. Guys just get better looking with age. It's annoying.
It
It's really
sure
annoying.
is. So next time we all get together, I'll spare you the karaoke. We'll play it on jukebox. You and Cassie have to sing that song together.
Oh, for sure. I really want to go to Corn.
Hmm.
Saturday, right?
Saturday, try and make your way. We can always come up with more tickets. Kenny has been awesome. Kenny Shuffle, ladies and gentlemen, of course. Big shout out to him, who's done a great job. He works with Live Nation, and part of it is promoting and getting some complimentary tickets to some big music fans out there. And we've seen some great shows. We saw Alice in Chains. We saw Rob Zombie. So he's been doing great work with that. There's a lot of stuff still to come. Corn and Evanescence is a Saturday. Pretty sure we'll be there. Drew, we'd love to bring you there and have you enjoy it. You can hang out with your twin sister, Amy Lee, and just have a great concert. I know you hate it so much.
I'm going to be tan by Saturday, so no one calls me.
But she's gorgeous. Why? She's beautiful. Why would you not
No.
want to be compared to
I
her?
don't know.
I don't know.
She's pretty. And then
Jules
Pearl
mad because
Jam.
no band member hit on her tonight. Now, Pearl Jam, I heard, is like impossible to get.
Ah.
I know. Although I'm going to ask, and I think my buddy Kevin that went to the show with, I go to some shows with Kevin, good friend of mine, known the guy a long time. He said he might know somebody who's giving up a couple Pearl Jam tickets. I'll buy them. I don't care. I have never done it. It's on the bucket list. I've got to see Pearl Jam.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy you've never seen them either, because I know you're a fan. Yeah. And then Five Finger Death Punch next night. I think we're going to.
Dude, if you want to do that,
That
they're
might be-
available.
That might have to be. And then someone the weekend before. Oh, Wu-Tang and Nas? What?
That's not my John, but okay.
It's like, how much of Wu-Tang you getting there?
Right. I
I
don't know.
love Method Man.
That's a man in
And
red man.
Nas? My mom.
Your mom
was
likes
like,
Nas?
My mom's like, I'm gonna go see Nas. I'm
What?
like, life's a bitch and then you die, Nas? Like, Mom, what are you talking about? She's like, you know that song? And it goes, and I'm waiting for it. I'm like, all right, what Nas song is she gonna come up with? And she's like, hello, it's me. We've been together for a long, long time. I'm like, Mom. And then I looked up who sang it, and he was in a band called Nas. It's like, and not Nas.
Hey, Nas. Hey. No, Mom. I love you, but you're off.
Oh man.
Holy Jesus.
Could you imagine some people going to the show expecting like, hello, it's me.
Talking about all the body parts you gotta be
Illmatic.
licking and sucking, and oh my God. Holy Moses. Your mother would turn over. Holy smokes.
Dollar bill, y'all.
When does he play that song?
I know it's coming. It must be in the next act.
I can't even. The thought of it, I can't even handle. Oh my
That'd be
god,
a mashup. Naz and Nas.
that's right. That's a Naz and Nas. Holy Moses! Ah,
Funny
jeez.
stuff.
Um, let's go to the House of Dragon,
Hmm.
a record debut for a cable program. I hated Game of Thrones so much that I didn't even bother with House of Dragon. Plus, I wasn't home. Did you see it? Are you into it? Any feedback on House of Dragon?
It looks really good. I did watch all of the Game of Thrones. I mean, not since it came out. I'm not diehard fan or anything, but um, Daenerys is like a young girl in this, like the mother of the
Daenerys.
dragons. So yeah, I mean, it looks really good. I might give it a go. I have some time tomorrow, so let's see if I can watch it. But I don't know. Have you heard good things? I don't know. Has
I've
anyone
heard
watched
great
it?
things from people,
People?
but I mean, like it's a cult. Like people that love Game of Thrones, and cult in a good way. Like people love Game of Thrones. I'm not about it. My wife watched it, of course, and yeah, she likes it, but she's a fan.
It's hard to get into a new set of people. Like everyone loves Jon Snow,
Yeah,
and they
right.
love Emil. What's her name? Emil. Daenerys,
Right. I don't know
the
her name
girl.
either. And that's what happened with me with, and I get ridiculed by this by some people. Better Call Saul. I was so used to Walt and Jesse and all
Yeah,
that it's a show with
like you want to watch it
Saul.
without them. Yeah,
Yeah, it was kind of horrible. I didn't like it. I heard it got a lot of great reviews.
I think one of the things. Don't judge me. No one at me. One of the things I don't like about Breaking Bad. There's not one good-looking person in that entire cast. Like
What?
not
My wife thought
one.
my wife thought Jesse was so hot. My wife
No,
loved Jesse.
love.
What in the hell are we been invaded by spam? Love slash chat XYZ best adult dating site.
Oh
Holy
man,
crap. How do you block this? Holy crap, all the block
what have you
user.
been searching, Jeff?
Bro, you know what it is when you have a big band like Hollywood Gods and Monsters, the weird shit's gonna
Oh,
come
the
out.
only good-looking person was Jesse's girlfriend that got murked.
Oh, I loved her
What's her
too.
name
Yeah.
with the black hair? She's so pretty. Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I can't think of her name to save my life. But she was
Um,
pretty.
Ritter.
Help me. Where's Steph when you need her?
Ritter.
Ritter?
I don't know.
John Ritter?
That B in apartment 2-3.
That B in apartment
What's
2-3.
her name? Ritter. Something.
Was it? Jessica Jones. Are you sure it's the same actress or was Jessica Jones?
It
Though?
is.
Really?
But that whole cast and the acting was awful. I mean, Walt was good, but like everyone else was just
No, Kristen
horrible.
Ritter. All right, good call. Kristen Ritter.
I knew. Yeah, I was a big fan of John Ritter. Was that his
And
name? Three's
my
Company.
baby Rachel Taylor. She's got a little bit of a big forehead, but yeah, baby.
Oh, jeez.
John Ritter. John Ritter was freaking hilarious, dude.
Come and knock on the door. We will wait for you.
Oh, Three's Company, John. All right, so I'm sorry, but if you missed the ad, we'll put it up later for love.chattyxyz, which is the best adult dating site.
Come on, Jeff. When you get Hollywood Gods and Monsters, you have to expect some spam.
Some spam. The emojis, the hearts, and thumbs up, of course. Sepsis in the house with some thumbs up. Thank you to the band of Sepsis, some of the truest of true rock stars and a great band. Marcelo drummer, all the way from Spain. Spain! Checking out the Yo Show tonight. Tina Duenes, thank you. Nancy Hernandez with the heart, and Michael Val, or Valley, how it's pronounced. He's a big fan of Hollywood Gods and Monsters, and he had been saying all week, like, he follows the post and said, looking forward to the show. And the other thing we love about them, they shared the post all week long. It was super cool. Like, every band member put the post out. That's cool because, like, they want to be seen. We want them seen. We want us seen. We want to get together and have a great time. That's the way you do it, man. Promote yourself. Get out there and let everybody know where to find you.
Yeah, we appreciate that so much. And a lot of bands don't do that when they come on here. They don't promote.
Yeah, man, like,
our
lay it out
show.
there. Like,
So damn, can we get a story mention or something?
you're
So
coming
we
on, like,
very much appreciate it.
Right. You're coming on like the #1 independent music webcast in America. Start calling us that. I mean, when you get that shit from Diggity Dave, and how about he even correct me? I
That's
called him
kind of my
Dave, and
profile.
I called him just Dave. Like, wow. And he scolded me for it.
You got yelled at.
He's got to know who he was talking to. I thought he was interviewing a different band. No, Diggity. It's you, bro. We love you. I'll call him whatever the hell he wants. Um, it was good stuff, though. He did correct me. That's awesome. Let's go with that now. What are we going with now? What do you want to go with right now? I'll do a few more topics.
Okay.
And without mentioning, I'm going to go on topics without mentioning FBI, DJT, Corona. Let's, we don't do that crap here. Girls Next Door, however, Joel, the Girls Next Door came out and talked of gross sexual encounters with Hugh Hefner and other women. That Hefner used to have a group of women that would meet out in clubs and such and come back for sex, which they said usually lasts about 90 seconds. Apparently, Hefner wasn't good in the sack. But my problem, Joel, is, and you gotta be honest here, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but if you're a beautiful model who can get into Playboy and you're going to date Hefner, don't you think it's going to be gross? #1. And #2, like they're like, oh, well, we had to do it or we get thrown out of the mansion. Imagine having to get your own house. Give me some feedback on this because it's got me twisted in a weird kind of way.
I followed for years. I used to watch Girls Next Door when it came out. Like Kendra's like my age, and then I watched the documentary, like the real stories behind Playboy, which were sick. There were so many, especially back in the 70s, 80s, like girls got maimed, like really, really messed up, and there were so many cover-ups and crap going on, and it was just insane. So, I mean, that stuff didn't come out until the man died, and then Holly came out in that thing with saying, she was forced to do stuff. But then you look back on the show, and it's like she's madly in love and puffing and all the fakey stuff. So yeah, she put on like a persona, and then she came out saying all types of stuff, and then Kendra basically called her out, saying you're fake, and this whole thing is fake, and now you're trying to make a buck, and I don't know. It's all wild. I don't know what their true intentions were, but maybe they thought like girlfriend was just a title, and they didn't have to work for it. I mean, the main goal of at least Holly and Bridget was to get in the magazine. That was like their thing. And if they were a girlfriend, they wouldn't necessarily be in the magazine. Like, so they try to like get to their goal or whatever. But now, I don't know. I think Kendra's a real person. I think she's like, I swear to God, she acts like a Philly chick. She really does. She has a lot of family from Philly, but she is San Diego. And I don't know. I think she's believable. And I think the other two are just fake. I mean, Bridget's nice, but so there it could be either way. Like, who's telling the truth? I think it's a little bit of both. Like, yes, he was a creep. Yes, the whole Playboy name is scarred and tainted forever, but especially with all the bullshit stories coming out now, and with the Cosby stuff, and then Cosby was very involved in that whole scene.
But I mean, like to say, oh, we were afraid we are gonna get kicked out of the mansion. All right, so you're gold digging to stay in the mansion, and again,
they only stayed until they had boyfriends, and then they got
right, exactly. And the title of
their
girl,
age,
like you're Hefner's girlfriend. What do you expect?
Yeah, they definitely
like
got perks out the
wazoo. You get these girls, and you see the joke. You see them joking in social media and around, like, I want a sugar daddy who won't touch me. Guess what? Ain't happening, dude. The sugar daddy is putting that money out to touch you. I'm sorry to say it. It's gross, but you know what you're getting into.
I mean, as far as his relationship with them, like, all right, I'm your boyfriend. Like,
all right. I'm a 90-year-old guy and a couple 20-something honeys with blonde and big boobs want to be my girlfriend. Absolutely, move into my mansion. Let's do this. Yeah,
when he was with Holly for like 7 years or whatever it was,
yeah,
and she wanted to get married the whole time, to like get his stuff, and then he dumped her ass, and then he got married to that next chick like a month later. Oh,
props.
that old man, he
He was a fucking.
playa.
He was a scumbag. You knew that. He was a scumbag. How can
Yes,
you not be a scumbag having that as your life? Like, and it was hidden because he always was painted as a hef. He's classy and wealthy.
yeah,
He's Larry Flint, and everybody thought Larry Flint was a piece of crap.
yep,
It's the same guy.
yeah. It's
It's
like
the same guy. Larry Flint was a little more bold and a little more like, yeah, I don't care what you say. I'm doing it. Where Hefner's like, oh, my magazine's classy. No, it's bare ass, bare boobs, bare vag, bare the whole nine yards. Like,
he
don't.
just added more literature in the magazine. That's
Right. He had articles, and he would get,
smart articles.
and he would get smart, and he would get actors and actresses and all to give pieces, and he would get a little more celebrity to do some
Right,
nakeds like
a lot of celebrities.
Latoya Jackson comes to mind. Katarina Witt, who was a huge Olympic skater, who I always loved. And her
Sally Field.
picture
Remember
she
I
weren't
had
that
that
great.
big Playboy box in my old house, and it got rained on. It was like
Yes.
Sally Field and Burt Reynolds.
Wait, Sally Field was naked?
She was on the cover.
How'd she look? Oh, she was naked? She was cute.
I don't know. She looks like a nun.
Oh, great call. Pamela Anderson.
Pam
Pamela
Anderson
Anderson was
endorsed him the entire time.
Yeah, she was in Playboy a bunch of times. And I think I owned 2 of the 3 episodes. I mean, no. I used to. I lost all mine too. And did like a Baywatch thing and all these girls from Baywatch and
She stuck
yeah,
up for
so,
him, like to this day. Like she still vouches for him. But
yeah.
he like made her career, so it's like, does
That's
she owe
good.
him? I don't know.
Even and again I like Diggity Dave said, not to name drop, a little bit. When we had Erica Leniak on the program, back before we did video, we had Erica Leniak. And Jewel had to miss that night. I don't remember why, but Erica was really just
Just like
very
don't come.
what's that?
Just like don't show up.
No, I love her, but she was great, and she said like, yeah, I posed, but that's not my life. Like, I don't want to come on your show and talk about Playboy. I don't want to come on the show and talk about being naked in that Under Siege movie or whatever. So I don't want to talk about me. I'm about that. I get that. We're doing great, Mr. Lee Vals. How are you doing? Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, like and I said, like, nah, it's not about that. I'm not asking you to be on for that. I remember you being on Baywatch, and I've always been a fan, and yeah, you're beautiful and all that. And she was great. But like, it's not a staple of your career. Like, yeah, you're naked and always be naked. That's what she said. She's movie roles like, oh, we do this, and here you get naked. And no, it's
No, but hey, whatever the guest wants to talk about while they're here, if they say don't talk about something, like we won't touch it. Whatever you want to talk about, you want to promote anything, your new projects. We just want to hear about you. Again, we appreciate your time. Tonight was a freaking blast. It was awesome.
That was awesome. Absolutely. They were great. And like I said, once the feedback got fixed, and it's cool. You wish more bands would do that and get together like that in a big huddle and figure. Because when I seen them, I was intimidated at first. I'm like, here's all like 6 of them, and they're like beaming at us like, all right, we're ready, and they're great. And Diggity did most of the talking, and that's cool because he's the leader. You could tell. You don't want to say that, and Travis might be too or whatever, but like I said, Chris or AKA Seven was there, and Rachel and B and Hype and Bones, and really cool, man. It was great, and they all got to chime in a little bit, which was awesome. And I love those guys, I really do. So again, real quickly, let's hit a couple. Let's do rapid fire topics. And the first one, Rolling Stone magazine called Harry Styles the new king of pop, insulting to Michael Jackson.
Nope, I love Harry Styles.
I
He's
love
the new
Harry.
king of pop.
Harry Styles is the new king of pop, according to Jewel. I feel that. Michael Jackson generation, but there's always room for a new king of pop. Once the king passes, the torch has to pass. So Jewel is okay with Harry Styles being named the king of pop. In a
Jack is
recent
great.
interview, Robert Plant was asked how he preserves his voice and how he exercises to keep that voice strong at 70 some years old. And he says, I don't. He does nothing. Can you imagine being that great a singer and never doing anything to help preserve your voice?
He's baller. No one
He
can do
is.
that.
He's a legendary baller. Can you imagine? That's great stuff. I love Robert Plant. I love Led Zeppelin. I'm not that crazy about Plant and the country chick, but Alison Krauss.
You
But
gotta throw your voice, like all those songs. You don't
right?
do anything over the years?
You would think eventually we'd burn out. And I still love the comment by Jimmy Page when asked, how come there's not been a lot of Led Zeppelin reunions? And Page said, as soon as Robert Plant gets done playing house with the little blonde chick, we'll be glad to go back on the road. Wow, sexist maybe? Billy Idol is back with a brand new post-COVID rock anthem called Cage. Welcome back, Billy Idol. You a Billy Idol fan?
I love Billy Idol.
Dude, I love me some Billy Idol also.
Yeah.
He's been through some rough times, a motorcycle accident, and then a little bit of a fallout of his fame. And him and Stevie Stevens, I love me some Billy Idol. I'm excited for the new song. I didn't know if you were a fan, and I know people are hot cold. Either people love Billy Idol or can't stand Billy Idol.
Oh yeah, I'm for him. Rock on, man. He just seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he is like
Hey, if you
he's
got
pretty.
it, if you want to put out songs, more power to you.
I agree. Even that Cradle of Love video with that girl across the hall, amazing. Um, Okay, I'll grow up. Let's let's take a look at what's coming up on Yo Show because as you've seen tonight, we really know how to bring it and we do it so great. And God, tonight was so good, dude. I wish tonight would go on forever and ever. But the beauty is, we come back next Tuesday night, and next Tuesday night, Joe, I got to get her on the horn and remind her this is going to be great. Next Tuesday night from 93.3 WMMR, Sydney Taylor. I'm so stoked. She is, oh, dude, she's gorgeous too. And she's a metalhead and she's a local DJ. We're going to talk about like being a local DJ, getting into the music scene and you know, who are some of her favorites and what kind of great time she had. And, right? Thank you, Ancento. Cradle Love Chick, indeed. I love it. So that's Sydney Taylor on the show next Tuesday night, September 6th. We were joined by the amazing Sharon Leah from Ladies Who
Oh
Rock
my
for a
God,
Cause.
it's like here already.
It
Like,
is.
Adam Summer's here. Oh my
Like-
God, we have Blaze. Oh my God.
We gotta get tickets. Came out of nowhere. Here's a great lineup. Ladies Who Rock for a Cause, a tremendous charity that does great stuff for women in need. And this year is amazing. Sharon Leah, of course, the organizer. Her band will be there. Miss Taylor Dane.
Tell it
Tiffany.
in my heart.
Oh, hit it, baby. Tiffany. I thought you were gonna sing it.
Okay.
Jennifer Jennifer
It's
Page. I said
just
Jennifer Cross.
A little crush.
Jennifer Page and Kick It Out to tribute to Heart. Ooh, Barracuda. Yeah, that's Ladies Who Rock for a Cause. And
That's
Sharon
my
Leah,
trivia.
their creator, innovator, founder, will be on the program on September the 6th. September 13th, an adorable country artist. She's so cute. I love her. I can't wait to give her on. Miss Savannah Lee will be there on the 13th. September 20th.
Hey, that's my cousin's name.
See, your cousin's going to be on the show and you didn't even know it. September 20th. Oh, I wish we might be able to live stream that. And, you know, Sharon might let us if we get there.
Please, that is like
right?
the dream.
September 20th, rock star Sergio Michael, who came to us from the BA Sisters. Okay, I know the BA Sisters, they recommended I reach out to you guys. Freaking cool. Sergio Michel on the 20th, great rock star. September 27th, a great member of Impact, Scott Garner's on the program. He's a dancer and a singer. Gotta tell you, ladies, he's pretty hot. I'm gonna come out and tell you, he's a hottie. So September 27th, the show for the ladies. October 4th, the beautiful and talented Miss Laura Cheadle comes back to the Yo Show. Jewel, you didn't get Laura last time. Unfortunately, you get her this time. She is adorable. She's talented, great voice. I absolutely love her. And October 11th, we finally get to sit down with actress Caitlin Weiler, who had to reschedule. She'll be on the program on the 11th. And a brand new one, Jewel. Just met this great young lady. She's a local who just made a great album out in Nashville. And she's coming out with us October 18th to talk. It is the lovely Miss Meg Russell will be on the program. And she's adorable. I love her. We've been talking through a text message and through email, and she's adorable. I can't wait to have her on the program, Meg Russell. A lot of great stuff to come, Jewel. Halloween is coming. We're working on Halloween programs now. Me and Jewel love Halloween, so we're trying to work on something special there as well. Dude, I'm out of breath. I'm out of gas.
So excited. Well, we're 10 past, so.
We are. Oh my God, we're 10 past 10. Massive, gigantic, humongous, probably biggest thanks ever to Hollywood Gods and Monsters tonight. Diggity Dave and 7B, Hype, Rachel Bello, and the new man Bones and the band. Thanks for coming on tonight. It was massive to us. It meant the world. It still means the world. I'm still like nervous from it. We'll talk about it. Maybe do it again sometime. We absolutely had an amazing time. Jewel Tady, thank you, of course, as always, for making my Tuesday night worthwhile. Yeah, I'm not going to sleep tonight. You're right, JD Wolf. I'm going to stare at the ceiling and just keep hearing that. I might play the show back tonight and just hear all that great vibe and great words. Don't forget, next Tuesday night, Sydney Taylor from 93.3 WMMR. If you don't know how big that is, you may not be affiliated, and that's okay. But for the likes of guys like JD Wolf, etc., who aren't from Philly, that's huge. 93.3 MMR is the authority of rock music in this city. And this girl is a super beautiful DJ there, and she's going to be coming on. And I can't wait to talk some Philly shit with this young lady. It's going to be awesome.
Holy crap. Finally,
Right?
someone from Philly radio.
I know, right? Like, we actually did it. And it was funny because, like, when Diggy Dave's like, like real disc jockeys. I'm like, wow, bro. Is that a stat? I'm kidding.
No, we usually don't get to see them either. Like, we know their voices,
Yeah.
but we don't get to see them, so.
And I'm not
And
going to
she
lie,
has
Jewel.
she does not have a face for radio.
She does. She got a face for a freaking magazine. I'm telling you. And when I came across her on Instagram, I'm like, holy shit, this girl's beautiful. I'm like, wait a minute, 933 MMR. Like, let's do this. And she's been all about it. She's been super cool. So that's great. That's next week. Make sure you join us. Thank you for everybody that joins us, supports us, helps us stay here to get these great talents on the program. And good night, JD Wolf. Dude, we love you. We'll see you next Tuesday. And thank you for tuning in all the time. He even drops in on the Wednesday stuff. We love you, dude. You're awesome. We hope to meet up someday and just really show you how much we appreciate all the great stuff you do for us. I know Jules Bladder is probably TikToking, so I'm making it hang out a little bit longer, making her sweat it out just a little bit. I don't want to go home tonight because it's been so great. That's it. Let's kick it up. Let's get St. Ricketts out here with Fire Cannot Burn at www.stricketts.com. It is the theme song that we do every. Where the hell am I at? There we are. I'm sorry. Whoops. That's not it. I don't want that. I want that. Sorry, Joe. It's the theme song that we bring to you every Tuesday night for this great program. We thank St. Ricketts for letting us use it. We hate Facebook for trying to scold us for using it. I got to load it up real quick. Hang tough, Jewel. Hang in. Let's large screen it and block us out. That's it for this evening. That's all the Yo Show you get. I know you want more. This is all you get. Have a great evening, everybody. St. Ricketts with Fire Cannot Burn. www.stricketts.com. Have yourself a great night. Don't forget www.hollywoodgodsandmonsters.com. Instagram at Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Facebook Hollywood Gods and Monsters. Check these guys out. One of the hottest new bands around. Jewel Tady, Jeff the Shark Perini. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, you crazy bastards. Volume's up. Volume's up.
Was it truly blessed and the taste of it poison deeper than you know? taste of it, poison deeper than you know. Kindly answer this, was the point of it just to reach new heights of love? So I'm pouring